Three, four, 1, 2. It's a motorcycle drive-by, baby giant condos. I think it's about time we headed home. Walking on this Tyrone with my damn high hopes. Country boys don't die alone. Reading poetry on the shade tree. That woman, she's my baby.
On? Oh shit!
Really on?
Yeah, we're on. You do introductions.
Olivia, the Brew, the Blues Brothers, never the Blues Brother. I am Paul Grizzly.
I'm Mike Diesel.
Mike Diesel. We are here, very happy to be here with Mr. Jesse and Mr.
Clay. Clay, yeah. From the Clay Clear Band.
From the Clay Clear Band.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's been a long morning.
Yeah.
It's only been an hour and a half, but for me, it's been long.
Yeah.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for having us on.
Excited to have you on, man. So how'd this band start? I mean, how long y'all been going?
So technically the Clay Clear Band's been together since 2020, so 4 years. But we've all been playing together since probably like 2011, 2012.
Mhm.
So I guess officially 4 years, but unofficially like 15,
Yeah.
something like that.
You guys are high school buddies?
Even before that, yeah.
Middle school buddies.
we didn't go to high school together, but we were just in the same scene at the same time.
Right.
Okay.
Where we come
wanna get a
from.
little
Oh,
closer.
sorry, where we come from in Sedalia, Missouri, so right in the middle of the state. He lived in a town called Warrensburg. I lived in a town called Cole Camp, and Sedalia was like the middle point.
Uh-huh.
And that's where all the music scene was going on. So when we were kids, we'd go out, to something, jam together, and just kind of stuck with each other since then.
Yeah.
You boys are long. How far is Missouri from here?
Oh, I think it's about 11, 12 hours.
Damn.
A little trip.
Yeah, it is. But y'all are on tour right now, so it's like
Yeah.
it's not like they drove 12 hours. You know what I mean?
Well, we drove
Yeah.
10 hours on Wednesday.
Okay.
So we've been
Yeah.
once we got here, everything was pretty close to each other.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think hour and a half increments of where we're going. But yeah, the Wednesday and when we go home is gonna be a long ride home, but it'll be fine.
Yeah. Y'all are in a bus too. I've never lived the bus life, but I imagine y'all can have some fun in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a mobile hotel. I mean, you can just sleep whenever you want to, and it got a fridge and microwave, so we can
The Hulas.
yeah.
Yeah.
All the
Not
whiskey
y'all
and the
guys.
beer.
Y'all guys are- Obviously.
We got plenty of Budweiser and Pop Tarts to make the days go.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Budweiser.
Had to pick up some Lone Star.
Budweiser.
Yeah. Is that what you drink, Lone Star?
Yeah.
Put it on your hat.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is sick.
We should have went to the bar then. I think they have Lone Star in there.
Oh,
We have enough, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are fully stocked.
I know. It's hard though, because we have, people on every week, and then, we're like, well, what do y'all drink? And they'll say something we don't have, and we're like, fuck. Yeah. I need to start asking that.
Well, normally
Before.
we're like, we have makers.
Yeah, that's it's makers or
Makers.
Yeah, that's good enough for us.
you can bring a water, but
Y'all are the first ones.
Oh yeah, no.
That I mean, y'all are like,
We-
yeah, we'll take, yeah.
We're bourbon drinkers. We love the whiskey.
oh yeah.
I was weaned off milk by this shit.
That's funny. So y'all are heading to Logan next?
Yeah,
How far
Logan,
is
New
that from here?
Mexico. About an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like right across the border. It's
Yeah.
like I too can carry.
It's,
Yeah.
it's got to be past Adrian.
Yeah. Adrian's still Texas. So yeah.
Is Adrian Texas?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's true. Yeah, it is. Google that. Adrian, Texas. Yeah. there ain't shit there. You won't even know you.
Yeah.
There's like when you leave Amarillo,
down gas station.
you'll go through Bushland, and then from there you'll end up in Logan. Like I don't think there's much between.
Will we pass Muleshoe on the way there?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was so our July of last year was our first time coming to Texas, and we opened up for Will Bannister in Muleshoe. That was our first time ever being
Really?
in Texas. It was a cool place. It was fun just to get out of Missouri and do something.
Where's the furthest y'all have gone now?
Muleshoe.
Yeah. It turns like hours away from home.
Yeah, that's probably the farthest. This year, really, we started branching out a lot more.
Is it Texas?
Is it Texas?
It's Texas, right? Yeah.
Is he our fact checker? Can he look shit up?
Yeah. Ask him anything. He has it.
Oh, don't tell him to do that.
He doesn't use Google at all.
Oh yeah. Damn. Wow. Holy shit.
Some people have Google. We have access.
Yep.
He might look like Russ too, the rapper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's a better looking
Wow,
person.
damn.
It's me.
Yeah.
I'm Axel.
Like Rain Man Russ.
So
Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
I think me and this guy
Yeah.
are fire butt. We are the same. One of these-
Hey, teach him how to grow a beard, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
His ideas for growing a beard is just don't shave it.
Yeah.
Like, well, I guess that's right.
You know what the trick is, right?
What's that?
Just toilet paper.
Toilet paper?
Think about it. You wipe your ass. Hair.
Full of hair.
Hey.
Your ass is hairy, right?
Fair enough.
That's funny.
I have a bidet, as you can tell.
Yeah. He really does. He really does have a bidet.
High class.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
a couple different ways.
He's the rich one.
Yeah, right. Stop it. You better
What?
stop. We'll go there and kiss you on the cheek.
Okay.
Anyway, so there was a fumble in Amarillo with y'all's show.
Yeah.
Can you get into that or no?
I think it was just double booked. That happens a lot back home. It's usually not that big of an issue, but when you're 12 hours away from home, it starts to the logistics of everything get a little iffy. But that we heard that a couple weeks ago that our show got canceled, and we were kind of scrambling around, and luckily we found the one in Logan. We were going to come here either way, but luckily we found one in Logan before we get to head back home. So
If we could pull the curtain back a little bit, do you still get paid?
Depends on the contract.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends entirely on the contract. Like we didn't really have a good guarantee contract with them. So I don't even know if we even have the paper. I don't know if we even send them paperwork.
yeah,
Sometimes we'll send out paperwork. Sometimes we won't.
you can tell how informed he is in all the business matters.
No, truly. Sometimes you send out paperwork. Sometimes you don't. This time we did and got burned for it. So
But
That's one thing we tried to start doing is like having signed like a release form.
Oh, you got to, man. You
But
just gotta make sure.
I think I've made one guest do it. And then I'm like, I just need to print a shitload of them out and keep them here.
We got like 2 people sign it.
Yeah, I know.
It's like Paul's gonna say some crazy shit.
Yeah.
You can't come back.
Yeah,
to
you
us.
can't come back because we need to start doing that though.
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask something and I forgot it. It just went blank. Go ahead if you got something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just went blank.
So you said Logan, New Mexico?
yeah,
And then-
yeah.
Oh, and that's tonight.
That's tonight. Yeah,
What time?
6 o'clock, 6 to 9 in Logan,
Central Time.
Well, hell, if we don't
Mountain Time.
if we don't get those tickets to the fights,
There you go. Yeah, it's not that far away,
You
man.
think they hit me?
we'll just ride on the bus with them. What do you mean?
Yeah,
We gotta leave it at-
We're coming
Fuck the
back
fights.
through.
Yeah.
We're taking the bus.
Yeah.
No, seriously, you guys are room for.
I think there's compartments under the bus. somewhere.
Yeah, ride with the
You're
luggage.
right.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeah, I'll help unload some shit.
I'll plug some shit in.
Yeah.
That's already worth it to me. Huh?
Yeah.
You don't know how
You're-
much shit we got, man.
You're speaking our language now.
Yeah. So what do you do for the band?
I'm the drummer.
Drum? Oh,
Yep.
dude, I've always wanted to learn how to do that.
Oh, it's you can. It's not like you can. You just gotta keep doing it until you get it.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's
And then your lead singer, of course.
Lead singer, lead guitar player.
Awesome. Did you want to play some stuff?
Sure, if you want us to, we can. Yeah, no problem.
I mean, there's guitars next door.
If
So,
I'm down, man.
Yeah,
Sure.
we might have to do that before the end of the episode.
I wanted to ask
play some
that
stuff.
before. Like, should I bring? Because I have 2 guitars that sit in my garage with dust. Like,
Yeah.
but they would need.
We went through a phase where we're like, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna learn
for
this,
sure.
learn to play the
The
guitar.
funniest thing is,
I gave up 20 minutes after.
no,
After I started.
dude, you got a guitar like an 8-string guitar.
No,
Like
I didn't.
Mexican. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You had like.
I'll bring it next. I'll bring it
Okay.
later. 8 strings.
No, you had
They
like
make
a
'em.
Mexican.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was 6-string. There you go. You had like anyway. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, it's not important. Yeah, we'll grab a guitar. We just have to remember to put it back. We had a band on a few weeks ago, and they played some music for us, and then they just left the guitar.
Oh yeah.
And then so the room next door is the green room for the
Oh,
band.
okay,
And
yeah.
they use those guitars to
To
just
warm up on, yeah.
warm up on, and they couldn't find them.
Like, where's the shit
Yeah.
at?
And then someone who works here was watching that episode, and they were like, "Fuck, the
They
guitars are in
screenshotted
there."
our shit.
Yeah, they screenshot it and sent it to the owner and everything. I was like, "Fuck, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about it." But
We're in
yeah,
the
we just gotta
bar,
remember
and
to
the
put them
owner
up.
walks up, the owner of the bar, and she was like, so y'all borrowed some guitar, a guitar, and we're like, and I walked out.
Who's this weak
Left it
shit?
to- yeah, left it
I-
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, I got a peel. So,
Well, maybe we can get y'all in the Western Horseman, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, we when we had that gig cancellation, were sent out the SOS to all the places around here, and they were one of them, but they
Yeah.
were booked up tonight.
Yeah, they're
so.
booked up. They have someone every weekend, and seen some pretty good bands in there.
Yeah, yeah.
That looks like a really cool room in there. I just kind of like stepped in. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
nice.
like-
The vibe is really good. I never go out because I always feel like something's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
in there, I've never gotten that feel. So
Yeah.
it's a really nice place to hang out.
we played in where was the place we played last night? Jake's
Jake's Sports Cafe
yeah, that,
in
it's like,
Lubbock.
Mhm.
it seems like it's a I think
It's like more of like a heavy metal kind of a bar.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of interesting to have us country boys walk in. They're like, "Who the hell are you? Why are you here?"
They had all sorts of security and shit. We're like, man, like
We're used to chicken wire in front of the stage. Man. Like,
That's our security. Yeah.
Chicken wire.
Missouri gets rough, man.
yeah, we've played some interesting little bars.
Really?
Yeah, there's a place in Eldon, Missouri called the Silver Saddle that we've played at a long time ago.
Mhm.
And we got done playing. To preface this, there was a one-arm pool player there, but the weird
Yeah.
thing was he was actually really good.
Really
Like,
good,
he,
yeah.
he was whipping everybody's ass. And we got there and we're playing. We finished like last song, last note, hit it, big thing, and bar brawl just breaks out right as soon as we get done. We're like, all right, 1, 2, 3, keep going. We gotta have music to this. They got it all outside, and we were walking outside, and their bartenders were taking 5-gallon buckets full of water and washing the blood off the sidewalks. We're like,
Damn.
we better get our shit and we got to get out.
I wonder if a fight's ever happened in here. Not that we've been, and we've been in there a lot. One of the best, worst things that's ever happened to us was they gave us a studio with the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the best and the worst.
Pretty good setup, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell this guy all the time, there's been nights where we end the podcast and then next thing I know, I'm waking up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how the fuck did I get back home?
We had our barber come and cut my hair this time.
Yeah. We do a lot of random shit in here.
Got tattooed in here.
Yeah. We did tattoos on each other in here.
Yeah. he
Yeah.
tattooed me. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
We've
not-
had some
not
fun
a
in
good-
here.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
not,
I mean-
not against gays, but you know.
Yeah. So what's some of the craziest shit y'all seen on tour? I mean,
Oh,
I'm
God.
sure y'all been to some crazy bars.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think now. That was a U store. I wasn't there for that one, but I
Yeah.
remember about that one. I don't know, man. Like nothing out of the
Just typical bar
you get
stuff,
your
you know.
vibes,
Yeah.
Interesting characters that you meet.
Yeah, you see a woman make out with every dude at the bar, and
Oh,
well,
yeah.
they're a tranny or something like that.
Oh,
They gets
no.
fucking mad.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Some wild shit like
Hate
that.
to hear it.
Yeah, it's all fun and games, and then she pulls out a dick that's bigger than yours,
Yeah.
and you don't know what to say after that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
it
kinda-
was just shit like that.
Yeah.
So like it's not a me story necessarily, but yeah, fights. I think
Yeah.
A lot of fights,
Yeah.
I think one of like our home base, like he was saying, we started playing in Sedalia at a bar called Dickie Doo Barbecue.
God.
And there never really was anything bad happened there. It was kind of like a cool down home little place. It was like the only place in town that had live music. So, you know.
I want to tell some Dickie D stories.
All the bands. I've got plenty of Dickie Do stories with you. All the bands would come through. You know, it was kind of like the central place. Everyone hung out, and you know, everyone kind of knew each other, so it was cool. And there was this one night we were playing. I think it might have been like a jam night or something. And these two old men were like sitting at the bar, and they were like buddies. They're just talking, and like they had been like 70 or 80. And then all of a sudden they were just like fell over on each other on the floor, and I'm like, oh shit, they fall over. I'm like, oh shit, they're fighting each other, and nobody else in the bar like got up to do anything. And fight is a very loose word. They were kind of rolling around, and then they got mad because they got each other. Like after they got picked up off the floor and pulled apart, they were mad because they got each other's glasses. They're like, those are my glasses. These are my glasses. What the hell? Like, shut up, sit down, drink your beer. Come on. And they did. They sat right next to each other.
That's the best, like a bar fight, and it breaks up, and it's like, all right.
yeah.
No one gets kicked out or anything.
The best story is it was after another jam night, and the band was hosting it, and this lady walked in from the hospital there in Sedalia. It was like May. I'll tell you, it's like May or June. Yeah. It was May or June, and she had a parka on and a backpack, and she had like a hospital cup. And
all these bags.
She had a bunch of bags, and she walked in. She walked into the bar.
As they do.
She walked into the bar and sat down and was telling the bartender that it was her birthday. So she's like, okay, like I'll give you like one free drink. And she just kept trying to get more. And I'm like, well, I can only give you one. But she's just being weird.
Nice she wanted the Long Island iced tea too.
Yeah, like, well, you get everything with all the alcohol in it. But,
well, I'll give you a Coke for your birthday. You want anything in it, you have to pay for that.
But she kept sitting there, like sitting at the table by herself and just like talking to herself. And then she'd like put her hand up to her ear and like start talking. And they go back like this. And like all the rest of the bar, like we're like, what the hell's going on? So the bartender was like, hey, like we've got to ask you to leave. Like
they're trying to call her a cab.
Yeah, like we're gonna call you a cab and like get you to wherever you need to go. But, like you gotta get out of here. And she's said something about like, my like who, like she kept doing that, and the bartender's like, who?
She was like, my husband's gonna pick.
Yeah, my husband's gonna pick me up, and she's like, okay, like whatever. Then she kept going like this. She's like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I'm talking to my dad. He's in the FBI. And they're like, oh, okay.
I've been there, brother.
Yeah.
So they finally got her out, and they got her out the front door, and they locked it behind her. And you know, we didn't think anything of it. We got done playing. We're packing out. Me and him and another guy were standing outside by our cars and everything. And I just look over and I see a head like poke out around the corner of the bar. And I'm like, uh-oh. So we all look. I kept like, keep talking. Like maybe she doesn't see us. She kept walking forward, and she's like, hey, this front door is locked. I don't think they're letting me in. And I'm like, we don't hear.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, oh, I think this band door's unlocked. And I'm like, God damn it, man. And she went inside, and I looked at him. I'm like, if we go in there and they're all dead, it's all your fault.
I think this door's open.
Yeah.
Try this one.
Yeah, I think that one.
Yeah.
They're going to be dead in
Actually,
Yeah. That's funny, man.
She was cold, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold outside.
I think we know what hospital she is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she was talking about like her husband got beat to death with a hammer, and we're like, do you have a hammer with you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Let me check those bags,
Like,
please.
it's like then she sucked us off. I'm joking. I'm joking.
He said,
Yes. Well, that wasn't his worst. There's that same bar. There was a guy. He had been laying in the ditch for a couple days. I think he was alive. I should say. He was alive.
Yeah.
We should preface that in Missouri, there's a big like methamphetamine problem. You know?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like, so a lot of these people are like junkies that are like. Then there's a couple like sketchy ass hotels, and they kind of like.
Yeah, Hereford, Texas.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they like rotate
Border
between the hotels, like kick them out, you know,
Yeah.
and they'll maybe I don't know somehow they'll change their identity or some shit and get in the hotel again.
But this guy's been like laying in the ditch for a while, and like all the hypos and everyone around, like that whole stretch, all the businesses knew who he was, I guess. But he came into the bar and he was wearing like a tube top, and he's like a tube top dress. He just like came in and he was just being weird as shit, and they had to finally kick him out. And then he started changing he changed into a tank top and like booty shorts in the ditch. And I think they finally got the cops to come get him.
Well, is that the same guy that was like trying to preach to the bar staff, or was that No Pants Man?
No, that was No Pants Man. There's another guy that came in. Yeah, the bar.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. We got to get to Missouri.
Yeah,
Y'all have a good time there.
I was not here. I was told this secondhand from the bartender. I'm not too sure if my mom wasn't working that night
I bet
too,
she was.
working at the bar. And yeah, this guy like walked in and he had a shirt on and like a necklace with a cross on it. And he like walked up to the bar and he was like just rubbing the cross and everything. And he walked up to the bartender and he said like, have you been saved by Jesus? And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What?
Yeah.
And she's like, what? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, and she like walked around the bar to try to get him out, and she walked around and she's like, oh fuck, he doesn't have any pants on. So and then and her brother, like he's like a bulldog, you know. He's very protective of family. So he's like, you got to get the fuck out of here, man. You got to get the fuck out of here.
Across the fucking highway.
Yeah, after they got him kicked out, he told the bartender, he's like, you just get your fat ass out of the way. And all I hear, there's a gas station across the road. All we hear from across the road is, that's my sister. And I'm like, oh shit, like he's gonna come over here and kill this poor dude.
So he smokes all his hands like, fucking kick your ass.
Like, oh no, like you better get out of here quick, dude. He's coming.
Because he will.
Yeah, we got to get to Missouri.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the bar is tore down now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No, it's still a wild place though. So that was kind of wild.
Yeah.
Or there's that one time, and there's a bar there called Fitters. And I used to drink in there pretty regularly. And I fucking conned him into coming with me one time. It's like a nice,
sports bar kind of. Yeah.
It's like not
like
like
a pub.
it's in the middle of town, like by the courthouse.
Yeah.
Usually it's kind of a nice place. I say kind of, it's a nice place. And but it gets
kind of a nice
no,
place.
It's a nice place.
Fitters, if you're listening.
Yeah, I was like,
kind of wary. Like,
no, it's a
is it
nice place.
place?
But we were in there. I conned him into drinking with me, and sometimes
Took
like
a lot of arm pulling
No,
to get
yeah.
you to drink with.
we usually, we're whiskey drinkers, but sometimes, maybe we wanted like a tequila sunrise or some shit like that.
I think I was drinking White Russians.
You're drinking White Russians. I did the Fitter Sunrise, which is like a tequila sunrise with rum, so they call it Fitter Sunrise. So I was like, that kind of suited my fancy there.
Yeah.
And it was packed bar. And these two guys, big old dudes, came in. One of them was this big old, like older, like black gentleman, and like behind him was this guy who looked like fucking Dave Bautista. I mean, he was just fucking
jacked,
jacked. And they like sat next to us, and fucking Bautista was like feeling on his fucking hair.
Yeah, he kept like rubbing my hair, and I'm like, what the fuck
And
is
the-
going? I'm like,
hair, by
I
the
can't
way.
do anything either.
Your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do anything. He's fucking bigger than me. And I'm like, Jesse, help me out, man.
I'm like, dude, I don't know what to fucking do.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's feeling this here. The black dude's giving me shit for drinking fucking the Fitter Sunrise, and he's drinking like Tito's and lemonade. So I'm like, what the fuck, man? And so anyway, we lose track of Batista somewhere, and we notice that at the end of the bar there's a fucking riot. And he's like sitting there, like just fucking like being nasty. Like there's like at the end of the bar are all these like Mexican dudes, with all their girlfriends that are having like a date night thing. And like, and they consider there's a lot of like, immigrants, but he's just sitting there like fucking with them, and they were getting mad, and like the fucking the room is escalating to a point where there's gonna be violence, There's gonna be these fucking 12 Mexican dudes against Batista.
I should preface this as I was like, I hope they fucking kick his ass and throw him outside.
And,
he touched my hair.
fucking, I'm like, man, like he's strong, but like they're just gonna stab the motherfucker,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Stabbed
Yeah.
or shot or something. And so the black guy is giving me shit. I was giving him shit back for drinking Tito's and lemonade. He's like, hey man, we gotta get him out of here. And the bartender's like calling the cops. And so like I get up and I wrap my arm around him, like, hey man, let's go get a smoke. And I'm like sitting there like gently like leaning back with my weight, pulling this guy all across this horseshoe bar to the fucking door. and these dudes are like following, like they're gonna kill him,
beat shit out of him when they get outside.
I was like, God, yeah. So City's a wild place.
Yeah. Fitters was the first place when I turned 21. That's where I bought my first. Well, I guess it's where I bought my first drink at a bar. Technically,
Yeah.
We actually on my 21st birthday we had a music video shoot. So I woke up that morning and I was like, I'm gonna go to the liquor store. I'm like, I can buy it now. So like, I'm gonna do it. Went and bought like Gentleman Jack and like 2 cases of Shiner, and we were like, oh yeah, this is cool. I had a good day. And like, it's 21st birthday. I'll go hang out with a couple friends at the bar. And we went there. And the bartender walked up and they're like, oh, it's his 21st birthday. I'm like, yeah. He's like, what do you want? I'm like, I'll take Buffalo Trace on the rocks.
Ooh,
and he's like, he looked at me and he's like, what? I'm like, a Buffalo Trace on the rocks. Like most 21-year-olds come in there and
yeah,
I want Jaeger bombs and fart bombs.
Yeah,
I want that. Just give me that. I'm gonna have a peaceful evening drinking my whiskey.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that you drank before you were 21, Bill Clear?
I don't remember it, so it didn't happen.
Yeah. That was one thing. Like me and him, we started going to this Korean store when we were like 16, 17, and we had like
we call it the chinos.
Yeah. So we had like regularly bought beer since 16, 17. So like when we turned 21, we were like,
yeah, it's
this
not
ain't
fun anymore.
Yeah, this ain't fun anymore.
Remember my theory?
What?
So they had a Chihuahua in there with like a little.
Oh, yeah.
on. So I'd always be like, dude, just walk in there and say like, how's the Chihuahua doing? And they'll be like, oh, he comes here all the time. That was my theory, and I mean,
did it work?
It never not worked. I mean, we bought beer like every weekend.
Is that Taco Bell still the mascot too? Then,
yeah.
They were like, I think they're loud.
I think they were too. I don't think they were.
But whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, they never ID'd me. Granted, I've looked the same
Yeah.
since I was in like 7th grade.
So is he.
Yeah.
I had to start growing a beard so people wouldn't think I was a woman.
Oh my God, yeah. He was the next top fucking chick singer from Australia for a while.
Another Sedalia story is at a different bar in Sedalia. I was playing with my uncle actually, and we were playing at a bar, and I was wearing like a sleeveless shirt. We were doing like an 80s cover band stuff because that's what I thought it was fun at the time when I was 16.
You get all the makeup and shit on too.
Hey, we don't. That's a dark.
Really?
It's a dark time.
Oh, yeah.
It was a dark time.
Oh, man, we gotta see some pictures.
Really? See if I can find a picture.
Hygiene?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're always tight because I'm fat, so it's just.
You're not fat.
But yeah,
Axel's fat. You're not.
we were playing and everything, and
I've COVID, so we're good.
Oh, thank God.
alcohol cures that, I think.
Yeah.
We were playing and everything, and this like little Mexican dude was walking over, and he's like sitting over, and he's like fucking jamming out and having a good time. And we got a break in a song or something. He's like, I like the way she plays.
Mhm.
And my uncle was like, that's a guy. And he's like, oh shit. And he's like, I'm like, dude, it's fine. I get it all the time. And he's like ran off. I'm like, it's okay, man. Like, we're not gonna beat you up.
I think he was like, thank you. Like, he was excited. Then he like,
Yeah, he's like, uh-oh. A Dickie Doo story. My dad told me I used to wear cutoffs all the time because I thought it was cool.
Oh, I still do.
It
Yeah, it is cool. It's cool as shit.
But you gotta see. There's a trick to cutting off sleeves. Michael taught me that. So you can't cut off sleeves, rip them off. You
get the bro tank.
Yeah, you got to get the. Yeah.
even with man tits as I have. It's so cool. Just cut, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta cut them in. You know what I'm talking about.
I've seen your shirts. You know what he's talking about.
Come on.
No, we were playing there, and the bar was kind of like right here, and Dad was sitting here. And we were up there playing. He said all I heard from behind the bar was like, "That chick sure can play, but she's got some hairy armpits." He's like, all I could do was laugh. I'm like,
She's got some hairy armpit.
I'm like, sounds about right.
I don't know if we can get this on the thing, but I'll show you guys. This is what this is like.
There's
15-year-old Clay.
There's better picture with me and Mom
Yeah,
and Dad.
I got one of you and
Get that
Sam.
Axel. He could maybe do something.
That's you, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, you're hard up.
Dude.
I was an interesting kid.
He's troubled.
I was troubled. Yeah, I was troubled.
That's hilarious, dude.
I grew out of it. I don't wear makeup anymore.
Were you drumming then?
Not with him.
No.
Not
Yeah.
like
I was about to say, what was your outfit?
it wasn't much better, man.
I was Butterbean.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Don't tell him that because he will show up tonight wearing a butterbean outfit.
Hell yeah.
He's more of a lima bean, I think, than a butterbean. And we were all playing like we mainly, like we were saying before, like we played together since we were like 11 or 12, but we really weren't in a band, like a full-time band all together. We kind of hit each other every once in a while. At jam nights, we'd play together. We didn't really start playing full-time together until like 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd say so. So did we meet at my dad's place?
Yeah.
So-
The first band I was ever in.
Yeah. So my dad is a musician too,
Okay.
and he used to own a bar in a town south of Sedalia over by the Lake of the Ozarks called Coal Camp, and he would have an open jam there. And so his dad knew he played guitar, obviously, and so he took him down there to showcase. And I was there, and then we started playing music together. My dad got us, and he played some bass, so we started a band.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, we ended up doing that Dickie Doo place. They had a Thursday night jam for, I don't know, a better part of a decade, if not longer. And we ended up, we started going there, and we ended up being the guys who hosted it. So that's kind of how we, like every Thursday night, it was pretty much a rehearsal for us doing whatever the fuck we wanted to do. You know? There'd be some people there sometimes. Sometimes the room would be empty. Sometimes it'd be packed, So we did, anything from Merle Haggard to Blackberry Smoke to fucking Charles Gambino, So,
Yeah.
Really?
yeah, we put
Wow.
some Redbone or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And so,
Hand me a banana.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to.
and then our current bassist, Cole Dillingham, he's with us. He's on the bus now. He's probably asleep still.
Cole Dillingham is the only actual rock star in the band because he sleeps till 3 and just wakes up 3 in the afternoon and then wakes up right before showtime, and he's got
like Paul Chavis.
he's got to have his chicken tenders or else he's not going on.
Chicken tendies?
Chicken tendies.
Chicken tendies.
See,
Exactly.
Drew Whitman, if you're listening, we're not the only people that call it chicken tendies.
Oh, yeah.
So we met Cole like through that Thursday jam, and there'd be a jam in Warrensburg where he's from. And so we played with him off and on. And then the newest guy, Drew Whitman, has just been a friend of ours for a long time.
Yeah.
What does he do?
He plays
Rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And really good, like high harmonies and such and stuff like that. So, but he,
Well, Cole, you're still gonna play.
Yeah.
We're gonna have one of these 3 guys go snag that guitar.
Yeah. If you go through that door,
I'll get it to Tom.
you
You're talking about asking what Jesse's outfit used to be. Jesse used to play with no shoes on, and you'd think he was asleep back there because he's just like,
yeah. I'd be like,
Yeah.
wake him up, wake him up.
It's either no shoes or I had socks and
Crocs.
mandals.
Socks and mandals.
Socks and mandals. Or one of my good friends affectionately call him Brother Bill. He refers to them as Jerusalem cruisers.
This is the same Brother Bill. I should.
Yeah, I know.
I should say this Brother Bill. I was being good at home, and I get a Snapchat from Jesse. Said, "Oh, I'm out with Brother Bill. We're on Pine Street in Warrensburg. That's like where all the bars are, like big college town. Like we're on Pine Street. We're drinking." I'm like, "All right, cool. Like, what do you want me to do about it?" And then just tell me what he's doing and everything. And then I get a text a couple hours later, like, "We're going to the strip club." Like, there's a strip club not too far from Warrensburg called the Fantasy Ranch. I will say, if your fantasy is anything that's in there, it's not a good
That's
fantasy.
a solid name.
Yeah, the
Fantasy Ranch, yeah.
But he's like,
Solid
he told me the next day, he's like, "Yeah, we went over there because bars were closed at 1:30, and Brother Bill said that, like, oh, the Fantasy Ranch is open till like 2 or 3. Like, they serve alcohol all night." So they went over there. And mind you, Brother Bill was wearing like a white wife beater, probably like
Was a
stained
black, yeah,
or black wife
It was a
beater,
black stained fucking wife beater.
basketball shorts,
It's hard
and
to stay in a black wife.
Yeah.
Brother Bill can do it.
Oh yeah.
Basketball shorts and Lightning McQueen Crocs.
Limited edition.
Limited
Like,
edition
they were like
Lightning
200
McQueen
they were
Crocs.
like 200 fucking bucks, and they went up. They're like $500
No
now.
shit.
Yeah.
So they went, yeah, look it up. Look that shit up.
Yeah. They were like $500 the last time I looked for these fucking limited edition Lightning McQueen Crocs, and he wears them out.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
There is going to town Crocs.
yeah.
They're just going out.
Yeah,
Not
it's
that-
fancy.
They just came out with Toy Story Crocs. I really wanted to look for the Woody ones. You get you Buzz,
Is that really
Buzz
a
Lightyear?
thing?
There's some for like 248.
248. Okay, so
They went down.
so
The
it's
market's
down,
gone
back
down.
down. Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Crocs?
That is
Yeah.
Crocs.
That's about 200 and
Damn.
that's $246 more than I would pay for.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I was gifted them. I didn't even want them, but I love them.
I don't think I've bought a pair of mine. I think I've gotten every Christmas I've gotten a pair of Crocs, but I love them. Do y'all wear them?
Oh yeah, I wear Crocs.
I love 'em.
I love Crocs. They're my like going like if I just want to slide some shoes on and do something real fast. Like, oh yeah,
Go check them out.
that or some Hey Dudes or something. Those are good too.
Ooh, hey dudes, yeah.
Yeah, they're cool.
I always call these hey dudes for some reason. Have y'all tried these?
I have
No.
not. no.
Y'all should before y'all leave. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure.
I wouldn't
Sure, that's probably why.
don't give them a banana
Nah,
first. Give them the death row.
Death Row. That sounds promising.
It's grape.
Oh.
I don't know why. Death Row Records is on there. I don't know why.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. But
Yeah.
Should have got a variety pack too, but oh well.
I like grapes.
Yeah.
No, Death Row Records. That's
I'm not a fan of seltzers, but these are actually really
It's gonna
good.
make me
yeah.
go,
We drink some ranch waters every once in a while. And
Oh,
those,
yeah.
those are
Really
pretty good too. Well, we're not big seltzers.
More whiskey.
Well, if you twist my arm enough, I think so.
If do y'all need ice?
Nah.
Okay.
We've already
I filled up
drank-
that ice tray. Yeah.
It's cold, man. I don't know.
It's cold enough.
Okay.
Those are pretty good.
They're not bad, right?
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty good. You want to run that ad? You want, there, he's gonna run an ad real quick.
Oh, we got after these.
No. Hell.
D major, baby.
H2O, you made this?
Oh man.
We did have two guitars right there, but one of the strings was like broken. So I didn't want to grab the other one.
Cool. So, you said you guys met. Are you guys known each other your whole lives, or how did you guys
half of
meet?
it at least?
So, yeah.
So through my dad, that jam that my dad had at his bar.
Yeah, I started going. My dad took me to my first jam night when I was like 11 at Dickie Doo in Sedalia.
Brev is like a jam night's like a session where like a bunch of musicians come together, random musicians, and they'll like play music together. You know?
No.
And usually it's like in a setting where like the bar hosts one and they have like a host band, and then like they sign up and like people sign up to go play. Just
Yeah.
it's like a conference for musicians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I'd been taking guitar lessons before that. I started playing guitar when I was 5,
Okay.
and I played. My youth minister at church actually, he walked up to my parents and said like he plays really good air guitar. You mind if I teach him real guitar?
That's dope.
So I took lessons from him for like 6 months, and then he moved away.
Baptist?
No.
Mormon?
Yeah. How'd you know?
What'd you guess?
I've got 17 wives there on the bus too. With
Dude, yeah, I got a wife at each bunk.
yeah.
Fuck 'em, man.
Yeah, you can have someone. Oh, you can have Axel shake the bed for you.
Yeah.
Soak. What do you know about soaking? Come on now, brother. No, but seriously. So you
Yeah.
said-
So he moved away. So from I was about 6 to when I was about 10, like I was just playing acoustic guitar by myself. I'd how kids are. You'd play it for a little bit, and then race cars would be on TV. So then you'd
for sure.
watch that for 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden you'd be playing guitar again for another week, and then you put it away. And when I was about 10, I found my dad's like Led Zeppelin CD collection
Okay.
and a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, I want to play electric guitar. And my dad was like, I'm not buying you an electric guitar unless you take lessons. I'm like, okay, bet. So there's a guy that was local to where we were that had played in bands and everything back in like the 70s and the 80s and stuff. And he's like, I'll give him a call. He's like, he's the only one that I know that could probably teach you. So we got a hold of him. He's like, oh, I'll tell him what I know. But, he's like, I'm not a teacher.
Right.
So I took lessons from him for like 6-7 months. And he finally said, like, I've taught him everything that I know how to do. He's like, you need to take him to a jam night or something to where he can learn from everybody. And that's something that I still say today, like to anybody that's ever asked me, like, what helps, or how do I learn guitar, or I'm learning guitar, I want to get better. Like, dude, go to jam nights, like surround yourself with people that are better than you. And that, I mean, that can be said about anything, not just music.
sure.
Like, surround yourself with people that are better than you, because then you can always,
especially with music.
yeah, because you can learn anything. So we started going to the jam nights at Dickie Doo, and like any jam night that we heard of, like around our area, Dad would just go take me to. And that's how I met him. And when we started our first band, I was probably 12 or 13 with him and his dad and another guy.
What's your dad's name?
David Clear.
Shout out
David.
David Allen.
David Allen
David
Clear.
No.
Oh wow,
Allen Clear.
Shout out David.
he was so close,
Yeah.
so close to
So
being the
close.
I will
same
say
name.
that my grandmother did not know who David Allen Coe was.
Really?
So,
I mean,
it
that's
was just a
what
coincidence.
What was your name? What did he want your name to be?
So my dad had a few different names that he wanted to name me. One of which was Amos Moses, because he said, man, it's still technically a family name, because I apparently have family members named Amos and Moses. He said, it's still family name.
Part of the Seas, brother?
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes I don't remember. But his other name for me was going to be Buford, and thank God my mother
That would have been a
had
little
enough
rough.
sense to say no, we're not going to
Yeah.
do
The
that.
Buford Clear Band.
Buford Clear. we played bluegrass, and that's it.
Yeah, just bluegrass.
I'd be shut up.
Yeah, just straight banjos.
You're playing the jug.
I'm with Buford in the boys.
Yeah,
You couldn't do Clear. You'd have to do Buford in the boys.
Buford and the boys.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
well, that's fine.
that's cool. That's a
name.
good name.
That's a
Buford and the
Come on
boys.
now.
Buford
Come
and the
on now.
boys.
They're our opening band. It's just us in different outfits.
Yeah.
That's gonna be us,
Yeah.
brother.
Buford and the boys.
Buford and the boys.
Buford. He went by Buford when he was dressing up in the 80s.
Yeah.
80s
Yeah,
attire.
Buford.
That's funny as shit,
You
man.
name your son William Buford Clear.
When I was like 16 or 17, I always said I want to name my kid Anonymous.
No.
Like, oh, when he writes on school papers, like, who the fuck is Anonymous? Like,
Yeah.
which one of you little shits is
Yeah,
Yeah.
who's being an asshole?
Yeah.
That's my name.
Shorted to Anon.
Yeah.
But then you'd probably take a lot of shit for like, well, who called this in? Like anonymous.
Anonymous,
Like,
yeah.
like, oh, that dude's,
What's your real
that
name?
dude's an
Anonymous.
asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have an anonymous caller.
Yeah.
That's his real name.
Anonymous is always snitching on people.
He's gonna get his ass beat all the time.
Yeah.
You called it in.
He had no idea what was going on.
What are these celebrations? Long time, short time. What is it? Long time, short time. Who is this? Anonymous. All right, brother. Quit being an asshole.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Fucking people be snitching at school, you know. Fucking he's gonna catch a flack for it.
Dude, y'all should have drove the bus over here.
Well,
Yeah.
like we were gonna, so they were all fucking asleep, but like I
Mhm.
stayed with the driver to kind of just like to talk, and like I like watching the road, you know, just kind of there's something magical about driving at night. I feel like
For sure.
so just
Yeah.
you know the road's all clear, just you know you see everything.
Especially around here, like you see for miles. Like
You know,
Oh,
even at
yeah.
night, you know,
I always love.
Is
But,
Missouri, is that hill country or no?
part of
It
is-
depends on where you're at. Like where we're at, it's kind of in the middle of everything. Like the Ozarks, if you go a little bit south, it's real like Ozark Mountains, hilly. You know, there's lots of hills and everything. Yeah,
It's kind of where the.
but if you go
plains
north,
is really, yeah.
north, it's all flat. You know, there's corn
Oh,
everywhere
it's
you
flat as
go.
fucking-
No.
It's as
But-
flat as Nebraska or Kansas up north.
In the middle, I mean, there's still parts like there's like conservation prairies. So you know, it's kind of flat in places and hilly in other places. So it's kind of a good mix between everything. But I know I've always loved coming around. I took a lot of vacations down here, and we always go to Polidoro Canyon all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I love just flat, wide open spaces. I love it down here. So that's why I was like, oh,
It's
shit, we're
crazy.
going to Amarillo.
Was it last summer? Like 6 people died in Palladero Canyon because it got so hot.
Oh,
Damn.
Like it was like 110 here, and then like down in the canyon. Excuse me. It was like 130.
Yeah.
And they were telling people like, do not come out here.
Yeah,
People were still like, we'll be okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
last
Take
time.
a 6-pack of Michelob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last
we'll
time
be all
I
right.
went out,
Heard it.
I came out here. It was me and my girlfriend came out. We just been dating for like fucking 2 months, and we're like, hey, let's take a trip to Texas.
What's her name?
Leah,
Shout out Lee.
Shout out
she's on the bus right now.
Probably
Oh,
watching this.
She probably is.
Watch this and be like, oh,
Sorry.
fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, we took her.
She's like, I told y'all not to go to Amarillo. Now look at y'all. Y'all are all fucked up.
You
Hey.
said you were just gonna drink a little bit,
Yeah.
and then I seen the fat, ugly one. He poured you more whiskey. And he knocked him off.
No, we went
I'm
to
the fat
we.
You're the fat, sexy one.
Oh,
Don't give him a big head. Don't give him a big head. No, we went to Polladuro Canyon, and they had it, like parts of it closed off for hunting. But we're like, fuck it, we're gonna keep walking around. Like, we're not wearing orange or anything. We're gonna get shot, but like, it's cool down here. Fuck it.
Yeah. Man, it's
Don't get
weird.
shot.
Like the animals there, like they're so used to people.
Yeah.
They'll just walk up to you. So weird.
Tarantulas,
dude, that's like any national park, man. I see. Oh my god. So I was a Boy Scout when I was a kid,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
we-
He's over here shaking his head.
He
like,
fucking talks about Boy Scouts and Eagle Scouts.
okay,
all
no,
the
I
fucking
think I actually
time.
told the story in the bus.
Hey,
this fucking week.
that's the thing, brother.
I know.
But,
So's ROTC, Michael.
yeah, I know. He served our hallways for
Yeah.
4
Served
years.
our hallways, yeah.
All
No
4 years.
running.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, so like we
No
hiked like
running.
50 miles in Yellowstone when I was a kid, like
Uh-huh.
in the mountains and shit. It was kind of fucking hard.
Yeah.
But before we
No running. That was funny, brother.
It's like the dude from Animal House.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with your life?
But,
Sorry, go ahead. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
Very good.
That was
No.
funny. Dude. No
Yeah,
running.
I know. I don't know how we've never made that joke about you.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, that's such a funny joke.
Dude. Now, see, you just gave him ammo for like 3 years.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I won't
We'll
let
get
that
together
go.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Way to go.
But,
Anyways, go ahead.
Yes,
No,
yes,
so
yes,
so
yes.
anyway, long story short, man, there'd be these buses for like these Asian tourists, right?
Mhm.
Like people from like Southeast or China or whatever, Southeast Asia or China or whatever, and they would come in these fucking buses, and they would get out and they would like fucking surround like these fucking elks or these buffalo. I mean, they would just fucking crowd around them, and fucking start taking pictures. But if you've ever been around like bison or fucking elk, like they're mean sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Like they'll gore a motherfucker,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so, like, I'm surprised more of them didn't die. Honestly, I'm like sitting there in the Boy Scout van, like looking out. I'm like, oh fuck, like we're about to
We're about to see something
we're about to
cool
see
happen.
shit.
Everybody, you're like,
Don't tell him
Yeah.
anything. Just watch.
we got like first thing that happened on our trail when we hiked is we got in this fucking like little deer pass, going out somewhere, and the bison, like we weren't afraid of there were bears, elk, whatever, weren't afraid of any of them. Fucking bison, man, fucking sit there and run at us and fucking look at us nasty and shit. Like, dude, yeah, fuck them. Fuck
Yeah.
like ain't doing that shit again. But anyway, yeah, no, wild animals ain't nothing to be fucked with.
were you also an Eagle Scout? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, see? So he
You're
really
getting him
did.
started. Now we're gonna
Yeah.
hear this the whole ride back.
Now we're gonna have to hear about
I was an Eagle
ROTC
Scout.
and Eagle Scout
Yeah,
stories.
he's an Eagle
So,
Scout,
you did
man.
4 years in ROTC.
My-
Scout, that's the same thing.
My dad.
Really?
Really, really.
Huh.
So if me or him were to go to the military after boot camp, we'd
Yeah,
be-
same rank.
we'd be,
Go in same rank, a rank
Oh,
higher,
you
right?
Get you get like or something like that, yeah.
Come on now, baby.
Yeah.
ROTC.
Yeah, wouldn't you get like private first class faster or something?
Yes.
Or that's a Marine Corps thing. But like something like
Yeah.
you get like that higher pay grade faster. Yeah.
Yeah. Our ROTC was Marine Corps. Yeah. Me and him were gonna go.
Our
And then
ROTC
we got fat.
was
And then-
Yeah.
our ROTC was Air Force because the Whiteman Air Force Base is real close
Oh,
to
okay,
us. So, I
yeah.
mean, they always just went over to the base.
Oh yeah, Whiteman Air Force. So Whiteman Air Force Base, Knob, it has all the B-2 bombers and shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they are all.
we see them all the time. I know.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'll see pictures of people like posting them on Facebook. Like, oh, we seen a B-2 bomber today. I'm like, I live like 5 miles from the base.
Yeah.
I see it
Oh,
every
dude.
fucking day.
Fucking-
It gets kind of old after a little while.
There's a big.
There's another one.
There's a big lake called Lake of the Ozarks,
Uh-huh.
right near where we live, and those motherfucking B2s will fly so like really fucking close, to, like a couple 100 feet off the fucking lake.
Damn.
Like, oh yeah, it's nuts, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
there's been times like I live so close to the base, like they do like flying. They got to get their hours in. They're flying their missions and or whatever they're doing. And like if they don't want to be heard, it's kind of scary because like most of the time, like oh yeah, it's a fucking plane. I can hear it,
That's-
but every once in a while, like you can see it coming for a little bit, and like I cannot hear that, and that's
Well, like the phrase
sketch.
"death from above."
Oh
yeah.
That's where you get
Yeah.
like we have Bell helicopter here,
Mhm.
so occasionally we'll see ospreys and
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool as
sometimes
fuck.
the stealth bombers.
I've seen like two, but yeah, so it's very rare that they're here. But
I mean, you see them and then you hear it, and you're like, "Oh, that's spooky."
Yeah.
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 One of the most random things about Amarillo is we have Pantex. Y'all know what that is?
No.
It's where they build like nuclear bombs.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
More disarm them, but
Yeah.
they build them as well.
Yeah, it's a huge plant, like right outside of Amarillo. Like if that thing were to blow,
Damn.
We're all done.
I think it would clear
Well,
from like
good thing we're
here
drinking.
to yeah. I think like I've heard it would clear from here all the way down to Lubbock.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
we used to work out there a lot.
Yeah. Got trapped in that one time.
Yeah, he did.
So,
Wait, you got trash in there?
Construction. So yeah, we tested like concrete, asphalt, and all that. And when they would do work in there, me and him would go, and it sucked because you can't have like your cell phone in there. You can't have anything. So when you pull up to one gate, they walk a dog around your truck, and then they make you get out, pop your hood. They'll look in the hood. They'll search your whole truck. Then you drive and get to another gate and do the exact same thing. And then from that gate, they have to take you. Like you can't go anywhere by yourself in there.
and sometimes to test the other guards, I never got it, but
I got it.
they'll test them, so they'll
put a fake. The first gate will put like a fake gun in your truck.
shit.
Yeah, just to make sure that the next gate is actually searching.
Do they tell them ahead of time, or
No,
they're like,
no,
freaking out?
They don't
What the
even
fuck
tell
is
us.
this? Like,
They don't even tell us.
Oh no shit! They hide it?
Yeah, they just hide it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I never happened to me having a diesel once.
Yeah.
And
Now, one time I go in there and this guy, we didn't work with him, but he was on the project we were on. He was fucking like cleaning his gun in my truck
Oh my
and
god.
ended up like dropping a bullet under the seat.
Oh, no.
oh,
So when I get there, they find a bullet and they
Just
call
arrested.
like, yeah. So they like really tore my truck apart.
my
And then I had like fucking 10 guards all surrounding my truck. And then finally the supervisor got there and he was like, well, the rule's no firearms. It doesn't say anything about ammo. So he's good.
Jesus.
I was like, fuck, dude. As soon as I got out, I called Fonzie and started
You
talking
son of
shit.
a bitch.
Yeah.
oh, Fonzie.
Yeah.
Shout out Fonzie. Where's he at now?
Florida.
Hey,
The guards like were they super serious about it like the whole time? Were they, like,
some of them.
A lot. Yeah. Some of them were really cool, but a lot of them were like just assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they sit in a shack all day
Yeah,
with a
another
German
bad-
Shepherd
yeah.
and don't have to fucking do anything because no one's stupid enough to try anything there. Yeah.
And they can't have their phone. A lot of them always have books, and it's
Yeah.
crazy to see that. And I actually gave a guard. Who do you guys go for NFL? Missouri? Who would that be for?
Kansas
Kansas City,
City,
baby.
City.
Even
Chiefs.
just in Lubbock, man. I thank everybody in Lubbock for giving us Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
I think
Everybody
every
in
single-
Lubbock are Chiefs fans now. And I'm like, what the hell?
Cut this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. We're cowboy lovers.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
It's
Hey,
okay.
at least
It's
it's not the
okay.
Raiders or some shit.
Yeah, it's not the Raiders.
Yeah.
Anything but
Yeah.
the Raiders are
God.
fine.
Who's the worst?
Eagle fans.
Huh?
Eagles.
Eagles.
Dude, I'm right there with these brothers.
Raiders.
know.
I went to
Raiders or
Oh, yeah.
Cincinnati. I'm not a big Cincinnati fan, but
I don't know, man.
We
So
went to a Bengals Cowboy game. They were all right.
We did, yeah.
And Buccaneers fans, they're not bad either.
no,
No, we went to Cowboys Buccaneers and we got on the field like behind the Buccaneers
oh, that's cool.
bench. So it really wasn't. Yeah, they weren't bad.
the Cowboys get like a lot of shit for being like America's team, you know.
We are.
Oh, I mean,
We are. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, dream on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell
Dream
yeah.
on.
You said it.
No, I'm to the point right now where I'm like, nah, fuck it, I don't care anymore.
No.
Just because Jerry Jones made that comment, like, oh, we're all in this
Mhm.
year. Free agency starts. I don't think we've signed a
Oh,
fucking
God.
soul. So I'm like, how are we all in? We lose 5 starters and then not re-sign one person.
Who'd you guys? I haven't kept up. Who have you guys lost?
It's easy for you to say.
We're expected to cut Michael Gallup. Leighton Vander Esch is retiring.
Oh, okay.
2 offensive linemen signed with Washington.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
two of
then
them?
and then a defensive player went to
Pollard,
Washington.
right?
And then Pollard. Yep.
Okay, I saw that.
Yeah, he went to Tennessee.
Wow. Did not know
And
that.
we haven't signed. I think we re-signed one person.
Michael Gallup gone.
I don't know if that's official yet or not because I don't know if they can replace him.
I was just glad. I was like, man, the Chiefs signed like fucking Hollywood Brown. I was like,
Dude, that's a great signing.
Well,
Y'all's receiving core was
I was
Yeah.
like, you know, people talk shit. I'm like, man, like these motherfuckers like dropped all the passes. We still went to the damn Super Bowl.
yeah.
Somehow we still got there. We don't know how. We did.
It's fucking because
No Rasheed Rice.
well, no, because Patrick fucking Levon Mahomes and
Why do you know his full name?
Because the announcer, man, you never watch the, you never like.
Oh, his middle name is really Levon.
Yeah, you listen to like
98% of the time while I'm watching football, I'm drunk.
No,
So
Hell yeah.
I don't
no,
care.
so like the Chiefs have a really good like radio, Mitch Holthus.
Mitch Holthus, yeah.
Yeah, and so like sometimes it'll be like Patrick Levon Mahomes, you know, like
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah. While
Not
I'm
a
watching
fan.
football, I'm drunk or smoking wings or some other sort of meat.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yes.
Wings.
Smoking wings.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't judge.
It's legal in Missouri. It's fine.
It is legal.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was just like last year.
Oh,
It was,
dude,
wow.
I think Sedalia has more dispensaries.
yeah,
than
Sedalia has so
Really?
many fucking
Yeah.
dispensaries now.
Wow.
They made one. There used to be an old Golden Corral, and it
No
just shut.
way.
It shut down like
What burnt down?
it didn't burn down.
It burnt.
Half of it burnt. There was
They
half
had
of
a
it.
fire.
Yeah, half of it was
That's a
still
substantial
standing.
fire.
But it was like right in front of it. It was right in front of a daycare, and a dispensary bought it, and they just pushed the whole thing in. But they had to move. They had to move the whole building. I think they pushed it in because they had to move the building like
Oh.
200 more feet away
Yeah.
away from the daycare.
Well, no,
because,
yeah, the district can't be like within a certain
Yeah.
like a school, so they had to like push it forward.
and a bank. There's a bank
Oh, there's
right
a
next to it
bank.
too.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like
Yeah, yeah.
there's like there's like
Go
5 or
kidnap a
6.
kid.
You know?
Go get your income tax and write that. Go get some fucking weed.
There's like
brother.
5
And
or
go
6
kidnap a kid.
dispensaries.
Yeah,
No.
all that trying everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like
Hit that all in
Hell's
one
Triangle.
shot.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a Little Caesars right across the road. So I mean, you get a little bit of everything.
How much do you want for the kids?
And then
How
go-
much for the children? How much for the little girl?
Did you get that cheese, Daddy?
Have you seen that?
Yeah,
Shane
fuck
Gillis,
yes.
yeah.
I love Shane.
Yeah.
I love Shane Gillis. Man.
Oh man,
Hell yeah.
he's great. That's the goal. Shane Gillis on here. That's the
Oh,
goal.
yeah.
my god.
That's the goal.
Well, he lives in Austin now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We almost got Mexican OT on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then he did Joe Rogan yesterday.
Oh,
So I'm like,
damn.
well, that ain't ever gonna happen. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that ain't ever gonna happen. I feel like there's been a few people we've tried to get on and gotten pretty close, and then they'll end up doing Joe Rogan, and I'm like, yeah, well, yeah,
Joe
he
Rogan
don't
in
give a
Austin
shit
too?
about. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they-
All those guys
everybody
have been
does
to
now.
Austin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know that's where the Tom Segura he does. I think his is out of Austin
Is it?
also.
Yeah, I think they ended up moving too, right?
Your
Look,
mom's
I
house?
Yeah.
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 Your mom. I think Two Bears might
Two
still be
Bears.
in L.A. but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think Bert's moved.
Yeah.
He said he's going to though.
Yeah.
I think Austin's the new hotspot right now.
Yeah.
Weird. Weird that it is.
Yeah. Well, it's always
Out
been
of
like
all
a
of Texas, I would think.
Well, you know why?
I know
Because that's like one of the most like
it's the music capital, man.
liberal
Oh,
Well,
part
yeah.
of Texas.
I know
So-
the music, like
yeah.
the music scene in Austin was really popping. You know, that's where a lot of the
Wasn't
red
like
dirt guys that
wasn't
we
like
follow.
Antones in Austin.
I think so. I'm not
Yeah,
totally
like all
sure.
like a bunch of like all those old blues guys came out of Austin.
Yeah.
Like Steve Ray Vaughan, I think came out of Austin, didn't he?
I think
Yeah.
so.
And
Yeah.
then you get like
Yeah.
the Broken
Yeah.
Spoke. You got a lot of like the Continental Club and all those
Yeah.
other cool like old venues in Austin, but
Have you guys got a chance to?
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're working on it. We're working on it. Yeah, we're this year. We're actually. This is the first out of state thing we're doing this year. We've got some stuff in Nebraska, and Iowa, and Illinois that we're slowly but surely branching out. We've been playing kind of in Kansas a lot, but you know that's not that far away. You know, you can get to in Kansas from where we're at in an hour or two. You know.
So, Clay, where was one spot where you stopped and looked and like looked at the dogs and you're like, dude, this is like, can you think of one spot where you're like, dude, we're here, like,
So there's
other
a
than right now, right?
yeah. There's a big amphitheater in the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri that has been very gracious enough that we're in pretty good with the owner, and he's real cool with us.
What's
And
his
he,
name?
Tom
He's
Abbott.
not the owner, but
Well,
no, him and Mary
Tom.
Kay are the
They
they run it, you know. Yeah.
whatever they do, they've helped us out a lot.
Sure. Shout out
And any chance he can get, he's throwing us like, hey, you want to open up for these guys? Like, I'm going to try to get you to open up for these. And he's just really, really helped us out a lot. And I think it was here, it was in October, I think. We opened up for 38 Special and Marshall Tucker down there.
Yeah.
And it was between that one and there's another one that we did too, but it was still like there's sold out shows there. Granted, they were sold out not for us, but for the other people. But we still got to do it, and you know, just being able to be in front of like 6,000-8,000 people and be like,
Right.
you know, like I think we're doing all right.
Yeah.
It's pretty
no,
fun.
We did 38 Special and Marshall Tucker band this last October, and then
Before that, we did
Yoakam.
Dwight Yoakam and Flatland Cavalry.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's
yeah,
sick, dude.
we got to sit and
Why
talk
still
with.
wear those tight pants?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Okay.
He definitely does. He's got to have his hat down here though. So.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He has that weird little. I think it's like a 4-inch, real tight.
Yeah.
Kind of Mexican style, where it's like a real small brim, real close up, real.
Honestly, like I've never seen a Dwight show, so I didn't really know what to expect. But he was like out there talking. He did like a shitload of cover songs. So
Yeah.
he did like a bunch of like old Merle
He kinda did
Haggard
whatever the fuck he
and
wanted to.
just
It's
just
fine.
cool shit. And he was out there, and I think I talked to Tom afterwards, and he like talked to his manager. He's like, yeah, he usually doesn't do that. Like he was having
Some good
fun out
time,
there,
yeah.
so he was
Well,
just doing whatever
the
he
crowd
wanted.
was there for him, and they were kind of like responding to him, and he was just like, yeah, let's just like he's kind of like, I mean, he's kind of a really like, it seems like he's a we didn't meet him, but like
Yeah.
from what we've heard, like he's a really intense guy, you know.
Mhm.
He's like usually he's there like he's there when he needs to be, and that's all, you know. Then you
Yeah.
get the fuck out. But no, yeah, it seemed like he was having he went overtime actually. I think
Yeah,
he went over
yeah.
like a few not a few minutes, but like 10 minutes maybe over. what he
Yeah.
was
That's a
supposed
big
to.
deal too, right?
Yeah, for those, yeah.
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 Well, hell, like Flatland Cavalry, we got to actually sit and talk with them. They were all
Yeah.
super cool
Yeah.
guys.
Wow. Really?
They're cool.
Yeah, they were all super nice.
Well, Marshall Tucker band, man, they were fucking cool. Like they came off the bus.
Yeah, we came off the bus, and I think their guitar player, Chris Hicks, he came up to us. He's like, he was old dude, you know.
Yeah.
He played with the Outlaws.
He
man.
played, with the Outlaws in the
Outlaws,
70s. He came up to us like, man, like you are the future of rock and roll. I'm like, I don't think you're right, man, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
They weren't gonna get you to Georgia. I'm like, hell yeah, brother. We'll
whatever
come
you-
wherever you want us
Yeah,
to
he's
go,
like,
man.
Stop making. You give me a call. He
Yeah.
gave his phone number. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
man,
I gave him
cool.
my phone number. I have him on my phone now.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be
gotta
cool.
get your phone.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Y'all have
I'll give you
Snapchat
his
and all
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I'm terrible with names, so when I put shit in my phone, I have to put like parentheses, like this is where I met this person.
Oh yeah.
Like my dad.
Blues Bros.
Yeah.
So the picture that you showed them when I was wearing makeup with it was one of my old drummer friends. I played in a band with him, Sam Schleicher, which is it's his son's 7th birthday today.
What is it really?
It is.
Oh wow.
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Blaze. There you go.
Yeah, Blaze.
Blaze. But
His name is Blaze.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's cool as hell.
I like that.
but
He's badass.
we he is in my phone as Sam Big Fucking Trash Bag. Because his wife told me like that's what they used to call him in high school or in college for some reason. So it's Sam Big Fucking Trash Bag.
Yeah,
That's funny as shit, man.
I didn't realize this guy was gone. Where the hell did he go?
Probably went to a little girl. Yeah. Probably went to go poop.
Go sneak some whiskey. Where'd
Like,
Wallace
what the
go?
hell?
Yeah.
He's like looking around like so.
Don't say that shit, man.
Who else notably that you guys have opened for?
So like I said, Dwight Yoakam, 38.
Who've you opened for?
Well, so I've done some solo stuff and opened for David Lee Murphy, ZZ Top, and George Thorogood.
Damn.
And then as a band, we've opened up for Will Bannister, with another Texas guy, which that was, like I said, he's our first time here in Texas
Man, that's cool.
in last July.
He was-
Will Bannister, Ward Davis, we've opened up for him. Maggie Rose, she's kind of like a blues kind of an artist
like
thing.
R&B, soul
R&B, yeah.
She's cool.
Chris Cagle, we opened up for him. I think that's
Is
about
there
it.
anybody you
Dwight
can say
Yoakam.
that you met where you're like, man, these guys are just not it? Not like douchebags, but like kind of like.
You don't have to say names.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Honestly-
have you came across that yet? Like,
Honestly,
on the
no.
phone?
Everyone that we've opened up for like have been like super cool with us, and like
Sure.
just like they were all for just meeting us, and they were super hospitable and everything.
Yeah.
But like everyone was really good. You know, I can't think of anybody that was like, I'm kind of disappointed in what we've seen.
For sure.
Yeah, Ward Davis, actually, we opened up for him, it was a couple years ago, I think, in December.
It's really only been it's been about 2, I think.
Yeah, we opened up for him, and Grant, like his dad had just died like a few weeks beforehand.
I didn't
So
know like the fucking like
2 or 3 days before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So we were, the whole show was kind of in limbo because we're like, we understand if he has to
Yeah,
cancel.
yeah,
like I understand. But he played the show and everything.
Well, it was a sold out show too.
It was a sold out show in
sold-out
Kansas City.
like the day before New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So we went out there and pulled the bus in and we're walking out and looking at everything, and they'd already set up and sound checked and everything. We walked out and I was surprised to see him because usually when the star is there, like he stays in the back. You get to meet the band a lot, and that's cool with us. We like meeting other people. But he was out there just like walking around. He came up and was like, "Oh, you guys the opening band?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Ward." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And I went to go tell him my name. I told him my name, and everyone else was there. And he's like, "All right, hold up." He said, I smoked way too fucking much. He said, "I'm not gonna remember your names at all." So I'm like, "Fair enough." Like I respect that. But he was super cool.
He was like a gentleman. He's like, "I apologize," but like his dad just fucking died.
Yeah. And he let us use some of his like gear up there, so we didn't have to haul shit in. He's like, "Yeah, come back in the green room." He had his like whole family back there. It's like everything about that show was like super cool. He was the nicest person.
I think he's probably the most gracious guy we've opened.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or Will Bannister, probably.
Will Bannister, yeah.
Yeah.
I should say. So we opened up for Will Bannister in July of last year at Mule Shoe,
Mhm.
and that was our first time here in Texas playing. And we met him, and he was super awesome. Met his whole band; they were all real cool. And we played and everything. And it wasn't the greatest crowd for us. They were all there for Will.
Right.
But I mean, even then, like it was a super big place. So even if there's 100 people in there, it would look like there's 10.
For sure.
Mhm.
So Will came up to us afterwards, and he actually gave us a cut of his money.
Oh wow.
And he's like, "Man, I hope you don't think all Texas is like this. Like, I hope we get to meet again and do something else again." And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" Like you're super. Like we would have took what we came here for, honestly. But he was super cool, super nice. I've actually been in contact with him about getting some shows up in Missouri for him. So like he was nothing but super nice. He probably was the most gracious since he gave us money. So,
Yeah.
He's a very great guy.
yeah.
How was Lubbock?
Lubbock was pretty good.
Yeah.
The weather was a bit of an issue. I know.
So y'all came at the perfect timing.
Yeah. We look.
Panhandle is kind of shitty.
We've been looking at the weather. I'm like, shit, it's fucking warmer back home than it is down here.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like even I always think like the engines that were here way back when, they had to be the toughest motherfuckers ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we have the hottest summers, and it's always blowing. It's like always hot. It's like when it can get shitty, it'll get shitty.
Was this like Comanche country?
Yeah.
Like, there were some.
Yeah.
I think there were some
Had
tough
to be,
motherfuckers.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been reading a book about it. So
Yeah. Where they can.
I know it's surprising. I know how to read,
You
Jesse.
know how to read.
Small words. There's lots of
Whenever you,
pictures in this
sign
book.
shit,
So.
I always see put that X on it.
Yeah, when I sign stuff, I just have to put an
Put an
X
X,
instead of my name.
Oh, yeah.
Pictures in this thing. Why you
Yeah,
reading
what
it?
the hell?
That's my problem with it. Yeah.
Oh, shut up. Jesse's like the scholar of this. He sits and reads like
I can
Tolstoy
tell.
and like Roman shit. Yeah.
Jesse plays dumb.
Yeah.
Some of it's not a play.
I'm the simple jack of the band, man.
Simple Jack.
So you guys being real tight. Is there and also there's 2 more, right?
Yeah, 2 more, yeah.
So is there any ever quarrels?
There's little stuff every once in a while, but I always look at it as, it's like a family. You're
Yeah.
in family or any sort of like human relationship, you're gonna butt heads with somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's inevitable, but it's how you get over the button heads
For sure.
and how you make up after it. Like, we're humans. We're gonna get mad at each other and
4 dudes in a bus.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
yeah, but there's nothing been anything that we've like super detrimental.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, okay, like, yeah, I don't agree with you. I don't like that, but whatever. It doesn't matter. And the on long term of things, like, okay, who cares? You know,
He's wanted to beat my ass a few times.
I consider Clay my little brother. You know, we've had some
Yeah.
things. Nothing. Nothing that's killed us.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, he's wanted to kick my ass a few times. Actually, we went to a 50 Cent concert in Albuquerque back in August.
what better place to want to kick somebody's ass?
Yeah,
than
no,
50 Cent?
and
Hey, you had to scoot closer to the mic. Tiffany just said.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, no.
yeah, you're good.
Hello, baby.
When we were leaving Albuquerque, we were there for one night, and then when we were leaving Albuquerque, he says, "Man, I had a really good time. I never once felt like I needed to beat your ass." And I was like, "Yeah, it was a good time."
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And then he was hungover and they
Yeah.
out for fucking 4 hours.
well, tell them the strip club story. Go ahead.
Oh, you got a strip club over too? Were you
Oh,
wearing like
this guy
McQueen
has-
Crocs?
No.
Oh.
So we go to this 50 Cent concert, and he wears an Amarillo Sod Poodle jersey, baseball team we have here. And we go to the concert. Everything's good. We actually stayed at the hotel that Jeremiah stayed at. You know who he is? R&B singer.
Okay,
Put you in bed. You've heard it.
Yeah.
Put you
Oh,
in bed,
I-
in bed, in bed.
Is that a statement, or are you saying something?
No, I want you to put it in bed. That motherfucker walking around with a robe on.
Yeah,
I know, just-
Versace robe. He was
Yeah,
Oh my
wouldn't
God.
talk to
Yeah.
anybody. It's crazy. There
Yeah.
were like 5 people at the lobby. Like, yo, Jeremiah. Like,
yeah.
I've got my robe on. I
there's
can't talk to
5 of us,
nobody.
brother.
Yeah.
There's 5 of us.
So we stayed with at his hotel, and before the concert, we were down in the bar drinking, and all his entourage was down there.
Bus driver too.
Bus
Did
driver
coke in
too.
front of us.
Yeah,
Crazy.
was pulling out coke and just doing coke in the
In
middle
front of
of the hotel bar.
No,
Like it wasn't like a
Like, oh, yeah,
a
yeah.
dark bar or anything. Like
It's No.
well
still daylight. Yeah.
There was a family eating behind you.
There, yeah.
Literally was.
Yes. Yes.
No, you called it, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. He
There was
just
no
pulled out a little
family
bag and
hotel.
How's your cheeseburger?
Yeah.
yeah, and like did bumps and didn't break a stride. Like just kept talking to us. Like, but anyways.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We're calling him out on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
He hits me up from time to time.
I know he
I
does.
swear to God.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Booze Brothers controversy.
Yeah. Anyways, so we stay at that hotel with all his entourage. We actually become like really cool with them. Even at the concert, we were kind of hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Well, when we got back to the hotel, we were outside. We were ripping a heater or something.
we're smoking stogies. I don't know.
I know.
why.
Hell yeah.
When I get real drunk, I'll fucking rip.
Yeah.
I'll rip a butt.
Dude,
I'll rip a butt.
We had dip.
Yeah, I know. We dipped,
yeah,
and we had plenty of dip. I don't know why we're ripping
It's
butts.
a random black dude out front. And I thought, hey, dude, you got an extra stogie?
Oh yeah,
Can
that's
I
what
get
it
one
was.
too? And a light
Yeah.
and a lung, please.
Yeah.
We are cigar aficionados.
Yeah,
Really?
when-
How about those?
If we go out drinking, we'll
Oh, what?
what?
Yeah, they're Maker's Mark cigars.
If we go out drink, yeah, don't mess their axe up.
You want it?
We don't have enough money to pay for that, Jesse.
You can have it. You want one?
Whatever you want.
Sure, man.
Yeah, you can have one.
Well, I'm gonna need something from
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah. I was gonna ask though, can we buy some merch?
Oh, you don't have to buy it. We'll probably give it to you. I know a guy.
Where we got
Any
shirts
of the
coming.
Republic
We'll have to
left?
send y'all something.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's awesome. I didn't even know Maker's Mark made cigars.
I didn't either. He bought them at the liquor store one day,
Like,
and I didn't. Like when I put them on the table, I go,
That's like a
"These are fucking Maker's Mark."
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
badass.
Anytime we'll go out drinking at like apart from a show,
Yeah.
we'll
give him that. Maybe
yeah, well he'll
What
go
size
like
is that one? Oh man.
not now, but
Yeah. We'll look.
Yeah,
We'll look.
he'll be like, yeah, let's like I want to go pick up some cigars. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Well, let's do that.
Yeah.
And sit in some smoky ass bar.
for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we the
Oh,
other
yeah.
motherfuckers in this
Yeah,
fucking dive.
sucking on stogies.
Ain't that the best though?
Oh, yeah, I
Something
know.
about me and Michael were talking about that. The bar here, I mean, it's great. Cactus Cove, West Northman, it's great.
Yeah.
90s feel. But we were talking about that, and somebody got booted out. I won't say his name. Someone got booted out for vaping. It wasn't
Really?
Axel.
No.
But, it
Oh.
wasn't Axel.
Damn it, Axel.
But-
God,
Yeah, you can't even
Excellent.
vape in there. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, that's like,
There's some places back home that won't let you vape at all
Yeah.
either.
but like walking into that smoky bar and drinking a whiskey,
Yeah,
it's
we're
like something
like
hits. something
Dickie
about that hits.
Dickie Doo was outside of city limits, so they could smoke whenever we were playing there. So it was like that was the smokiest of the smoky bars. The ceilings was like super low, so
Yeah.
it just like
Yeah.
hits you right there. But
Old school bars have the old fans where like it picks up. I don't know if you know from like the VFW here in Amarillo.
oh, like the ventilator fans, yeah.
Those are like old school 80s, 90s.
It's so hard nowadays to find like smoking bars. Like
yeah,
honestly,
Yeah.
now that we keep playing and doing a lot more stuff, I'm kind of like okay, because it's a little hard to sing in a smoky bar.
Yeah.
But I played for 10 years in that smoky bar, so I'm like I'm used to it. Like I know a lot of other people aren't, but like I gotta let the T8 or let the nicotine in my lungs know every once in a while. I'll go into a other smoky bar. Like,
Well, it's
okay,
like,
yeah, this is nice.
fucking,
I'm home. I'm home.
Dickie Doo, man. Dickie Doo was like one of those smoky ass dives where the smoke was the fog. You couldn't see like
Yeah, you didn't need a fog machine.
past,
Just
like, a
someone to
couple rows
smoke.
behind. Like it was not a big building, but like you couldn't fucking see.
If you got in the back, you
yeah.
couldn't see anything. You
Yeah.
couldn't see the
It's fucking
stage.
just
It was
like-
so smoky in there.
Damn, they'd be chain smoking fucking their American spirits and shit.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
The bar we were at last night, you
Oh, they
could
had
smoke
smoking,
inside.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
this
that's
is kind of
really?
cool, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know if
In
it was in the
Lubbock, yeah.
smoking on one side, but not
Oh, yeah,
on
they
the
didn't
other.
allow smoking in the concert section, but they allowed smoking in the actual bar.
Uh-huh.
And which
Actually, that bar we went to in Lubbock a few weeks ago, with Mike and Dan.
Woodrose?
No, it was called something with an S, but they were smoking in there too. Maybe in Lubbock it's a thing still.
Maybe. Now, in Amarillo,
College town.
Other than
I mean, Yeah, dude.
Applebee's.
Applebee's. For some fucking reason,
I
for
swear
some
God.
fucking reason,
There's one left.
Applebee's that they still ask you smoking or non, and you walk in and you're like,
That's cool.
I don't think
Yeah.
it'll matter.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It
the
doesn't
same either
matter.
way.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
dude, that's worth
Yeah.
the fucking trip just because I want to fucking do that. I don't want to smoke, but I just want to like.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
wanna-
Bell? Is it Bell?
No, it's Sansi.
Is,
Sansi.
Is it Sansi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I just want to experience that again. That's like a childhood memory.
Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be good. It might be.
I don't care. I don't give a shit. I just
Oh,
wanna be-
he's a
I just want
Applebee's aficionado. He always tries to drag me out to Applebee's.
Well, I
all the time.
don't go to Applebee's for food. I don't go to Applebee's.
You don't go to
for food.
Applebee's for the food.
I go to Applebee's for the bar. You
Yeah.
know, it was one of my friends in Sedalia, but goddamn fucking Sedalia. Dude, I'm trashing. We're trashing Sedalia today. We love.
It
Sedalia.
sounds like a great place.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Me and him are like, we got to get there.
Yeah. Fucking.
Look at the flights.
Actually, okay. So,
I'm-
shout out. Can I shout out somebody?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to our friend Graydon Glover.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Graydon.
Great solo artist from Sedalia, has a lot of his own music, a lot of like really good songs, really great songwriter. But he had bartended at Applebee's for a long time, and so
He
I'd
has
go.
a million stories for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, I'd walk in there, man. I'd get trashed on at noon. It's like, oh yeah, man. Like, you want another margarita? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
You walk out with Sunny, you're like, what
What
the
the
hell?
fuck,
It
man?
was dark. Like,
Yeah,
it's 2 o'clock.
Time to go to Fitters, man.
Yeah.
I need to sober up.
Like, no, we still got time to squeeze in a nap and start
Oh, yeah.
start back over.
Exactly.
One time, me and Tiff went to Tap House, this little good drinking spot, day drinking, and they used to. I don't know if they still do, but they would just serve you. And me and Tiff go in there, and there's these two Mexican dudes, and like, what's up? One of them's for sure trash, and he's like, I'll be right back. He waddles off, and it's like an outdoor drinking spot, so he just walks through the gate and goes to his car. It's like, where's he going? He's like, oh, it's his first win. They're brothers. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, it's his first win. I was like, what does that mean? He goes, so we'll day drink all day, and your first win means you black out, go to your car, nap for an hour, come back in. That's your second win, and you're good through the night. I'm like, God,
Oh my God.
bless.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the uncle I was saying that I played with.
Oh.
We affectionately call him Drunkle Nick. He's my uncle. He actually lives in Austin right
Nick
now. He
Clear,
moved
Nick
out. Nick Clear, yeah.
If you're listening, hi.
If you're listening, Nick, sorry for these stories. You probably don't want to come out. But he used to. We'd pick him up all the time. Like,
Where?
well, usually it was at my
Anywhere.
yeah, anywhere he was. We'd pick him up and take him to the shows that we were going to, because he always like hanging out and drinking beer and whatever. And almost every time he would get like blackout and he would disappear, and we would come to find out, like, we'd figure out that he would just go to the like our van. Like he was so blacked out that like I don't even know how he found it. But he'd just get in whatever car we came in and he'd go to sleep. And like every time my dad, the bartender, would be like, where did he go? He's like, oh, just a second. And he'd go out and get his wallet and like, yeah, he's in the car right now. He'd go find it. Well, yeah, I gotta tell another story on old Drunkle. This was a jam night. Drunkle, yes.
Yeah, give me a break though. I'm not feeling the banana.
It was another jam night, and we picked him up, and there was another guy that
Well, rest in peace.
sadly passed away not too long ago. Hippie Bob Brown. We picked him up too, and he was a drummer. This dude was like this tall, like Hippie Bob. He had the like super long hair and beard and everything.
He looked like fucking
He looks like Charlie Manson, kind of.
He looked like a cross between Charlie Manson and Johnny Paycheck.
Yeah.
And he hated
Okay.
and no, he looked exactly like fucking Johnny Paycheck. And the funny thing is that he hated like country stuff.
Yeah, he didn't really like
He
country
liked
music.
rock
he was
and
like
roll,
he liked rock, like 70s rock.
Yeah,
and everything.
love 70s rock.
But we'd pick him up, give him a ride over to Dickie Doo, and Nick was with us. And we played jam night and whatever, and Nick got drunk. And we had a minivan, an old green minivan, and mom and dad were sitting in the front.
You guys would give him rides.
Yeah, we give both of them rides. So we were driving back to drop Bob back off. Mom and dad were in the front, and then Nick and Bob were in the middle, and I was in the way back. And the whole time from Sedalia, and it was about a 20-minute drive to drop Bob back off. The only thing that my uncle would say was Hodor. He would just sit back and Hodor. And we're like, Nick, are you saying open the door? You're going to get sick? And Hodor. And we're like, what the fuck? And like, we finally got Bob home. And like, usually when we drop Bob off, he would sit and talk a little bit. Yeah, man, like, thanks for giving me a ride. And just sit and talk. And it'd be like 20 minutes of him doing that.
Stogie smoker?
No, he didn't smoke anything. He smoked
stogies.
He ain't smoking stogies, yeah.
He was smoking stogies.
Hodor.
Yeah, but yeah, we were dropping Bob off, and usually he'd sit and hang out, but like this time, because Nick was being fucking weird and saying Hodor for 20 minutes, he got his shit and didn't say bye or fuck you or nothing. He got it out and like shut the door and walked back into his house. And the next day, we always have like Sunday dinners, like family Sunday dinners the next day. So we came back and I told Nick, like, what the fuck were you saying last night? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, all you said was Hodor. And he just started laughing. He's like, that's what the retarded guy on Game of Thrones said. I'm like, what in the fuck?
Dude had this old hippie guy sketch the fuck out. Like,
I should say that this is not an odd occurrence for Nick. No. We have stages. We used to have stages for Drunkle Nick of like how we knew how drunk he was by what he was doing. The first stage is your normal, like he's talking and walking around and everything. The second stage was he would be just propped leaning against the bar or leaning against something that where it was holding him up. And the final stage of Drunkle Nick is no Nick. Oh, yeah. Because anything you say, he just says no to.
No.
Yeah. And we take him home and like we get there, be like, hey, Nick, we're home. No. Like, no, Nick, we are home. Like, get out. No. Nick, get out of our car right now. No. All right, then you're coming home with us. Like, that's another 20 miles away. No. All right, whatever. We get home and it'd be like 40 degrees outside. And it was going to get colder. He's like, Nick, come inside. No. If you stay out here, you will die. No.
Hypothermia will set in.
My dad was like, all right. He's like, whatever. Went inside.
We tried.
Like 5 minutes later, Nick comes stumbling in. Like,
hey, I got to call the hotel owner back.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Keep going. Are you guys good still? Or are you
oh, yeah, no, we're fine. Yeah.
We can wrap it up.
It's like 12, 20. Yeah, we got plenty. We got time.
Okay.
But,
So, you being the lead singer, does nerves ever set in? Ever?
I've only been nervous one time, and that was honestly, I wasn't even the lead singer. I was filling in on bass for somebody else. Okay. But as far as
filling in bass for?
I was filling in on bass for Leroy Van Dyke. Okay. He's like the big country star out of Sedalia, and he had a lot of big hits in the 50s and 60s. He actually had in this 1961, I want to say, he had the longest running #1 song, which "Walk On By." It was only beat out
Billboard, yeah.
on the longest #1 Billboard song. Is only beat out in 2015 by Florida Georgia Line. That was like it. Yeah, I know. I've always told I'm like we should re-release that song and try to get it back to
Yeah.
#1 and
Yeah.
But he a Grand Ole Opry member and Grand Ole he's kind of the shit. And our old bass player actually played. He still actually plays with him and goes on tour with him. And he got sick and they called me because I'm good friends with all the rest of the band. And they called me and like, hey, can you come play bass? We got a show in Iowa. Can you come play bass for him? Like, yeah, sure. Like, no problem. I'll do it. So I went up there and he does like Country Gold. I think the Country Gold tour. And he gets like him and there's like 3 or 4 other like older artists from like the 70s and 80s and 90s. And they get up and do like 4 or 5 songs a piece. And that's the show. But the Leroy's band, the Auctioneers, they have to back all of them.
That's her name, the Auctioneer.
The Auctioneers, yeah.
So
His first #1 song was The Auctioneer
Yeah.
in like 56 or 57 or something
And,
like
he's
that.
actually like
He is an auctioneer, yeah.
way before fucking John Michael Montgomery.
Yeah,
way before the
sold at the Grundy County auction.
yeah, way before Grundy County auction. There was Leroy Van Dyke in 59 with
This is the
Oh,
auctioneer.
we're talking old.
Yeah. He's like
and
old
it was
school.
and it was like a #1, and then like Walk On By was the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, Walk On By
And
was
then
his
I think
biggest hit.
the
When a Woman
follow-
Answers.
Yeah, when a woman answers was a follow up.
But he was pretty hot in like the early 60s. Yeah.
No,
Well,
he was like one of the first. He was one of the
Yeah.
first country guys at the Vegas show.
Okay.
Yeah, he had I think he had a residency in
Yeah.
We're
Vegas for a
talking
little while.
like Elvis times.
Sort of kind of like I know talking with like his band and everything, like he was known for like bringing like professionalism to country music, because like in the 50s and 60s you literally had like they're just rednecks out of the works, and like he made everything super professional. Like he had a super tight, like you had to have your hair cut a certain way and you had to have your suits pressed and did all this and that.
No beards.
Yeah, like he's a little lax now. He's 94 years old,
Yeah.
and 94 years old and still on tour.
Mhm. Yeah, they used to do shit like that. Yeah.
Come on now. You know LA. Oh,
Yeah.
come on now.
Thank you.
It's like,
Damn it, Jesse! I was trying to get you to do it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
Jesse's like, you better reach further.
Yeah.
You got to reach further than that.
I was supporting with my silence.
Oh. But yeah, I went up and played with him, and like I should preface this: the first time I ever played an original song that I wrote live, Leroy walked in, and it scared the living shit out of me. Like he wasn't in when I started the song, and literally as soon as I started the song, he walked in to the bar. We were at Dickie Doo, and he walked in. I'm like, fuck.
we were playing with his son, so we're good friends with his son. I feel like other than Clay,
His son.
Yeah, his
Leroy's
son is his guitar player. He's
Ben,
amazing
Ben Van
guitar
Dyke,
player,
Yeah, one of the probably one of the
I would say
Yeah.
probably the best guitar player in Missouri as far as like country and even blues. Country blues, like he's top of everybody in my list.
but yeah, so we were in a band with him for a short while, and and so Leroy liked to go out and support his son, so he'd walk into wherever, he walked in when Ben was playing. When I was playing with Ben at my dad's bar, Leroy would walk in, just
What was your dad's bar's name again?
it was called Bodie's. Yeah, it's called Bodie's and Cool.
Is Bodie still around?
No, it's since closed up. He got out of the bar business. It's a hard thing, but yeah, no. So like Leroy just like walking and like and like this is like a country music legend. Honestly, like
Yeah.
anybody, like any older like country music star will know Leroy Van Dyke.
Mhm.
They'll know that name. Just walk in and be like, oh yeah, I'm just here to listen.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
super nice guy. I know Brent, our old bass player who plays with Leroy now, he always says like Leroy will talk. He doesn't want to talk about music, but I'm like, well, you've been doing it for like 60 years. Like I don't blame him. He said
60 years.
he'll sit and talk
Yeah,
with you
more
about
than 60.
farming or like he used to raise mules. Like he'll sit and talk with you about that like all day long. Like he'll do that, but like music, he doesn't really like to talk about that. But you're saying, asking if I get nervous. That was the only time.
Yeah.
It's because I had to sing I sang an old Fair and Young song because it was like a feature, because everyone in the band got a feature too. Besides, Leroy would sing the songs too. but I had to sing an old classic country song on bass, which I don't usually play.
Right.
And like I was more nervous playing in front of Leroy than I was playing in front of the 4,000 people that were there, because I was there. I'm like, oh no, like Leroy knows Fair and Young, and like I'm gonna screw this song up so bad. But it went well. And that was another one of the shows afterwards. It was cool to sit and hang around him and like some of the other artists that were on the show with us. We got to sit and hang around, and like it was like Leroy was just telling stories about the old days and touring with like Johnny Cash and Charlie Pride, and he knew this guy and worked with this guy, and I was like, holy shit! Like I'm just sitting here soaking it all in. Like it was probably one of the best musical experiences I've had. And hell, I wasn't even with the band. It's probably because I wasn't with Jesse, honestly. So.
Yeah, no. So he did that one game, but I got 2 with him last year.
Mhm.
So his usual drummer works in Branson, and so I got to go do a couple shows with Leroy, and it was cool, man. Yeah. Went to the Florida Strawberry Festival and the Iowa State Fair.
Florida Strawberry Festival.
Yeah.
What do you do there?
Strawberry
shortcake, please.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a pork chop on a stick.
Oh yeah, no, that's the Iowa State Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Iowa State Fair is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
It's like a.
We played. Dude, Leroy Van Dyke has a huge following in Iowa, and it's crazy. You know, for a man who's 94 years old, like the people came out to see Leroy, and which is awesome. You know?
Yeah.
It's like it was a bill with Leroy, David Frizzell, whose brother was the famous lefty Frizzell. Oh, well, I mean,
yeah,
David
he had some big hits.
David had some big hits too, and then Mandy Barnett, who's a great, she's a great singer, and she does like very good like Patsy Cline, like kind of a not impression, but like the tribute thing. And where was I going with this? But yeah, no, I can't remember where I was. But anyway, yeah, no, Leroy has a huge following in Iowa still. Pretty big following in Florida, you know, for the Strawberry Festival too. You're asking what we did at the Strawberry Festival. You know, honestly, I didn't even go out to the fair, man. We showed up and we set up. So Leonard Skinner was the act that night, and so we had to set up in front of them, and they had all their shit. They were still setting up like their big production show, you know, fucking pianos on stilts and shit, and then so we had to set up in front of them, you know, and on that show we had T.G. Shepherd and T. Graham Brown, which holy crap, I mean they're older artists, but God, they were still really great. Yeah, T. Graham in particular, he I always talk about, if there's somebody's from home is probably listening, they've already heard me talk about this. But like T. Graham, man, so like on stage you have like monitors, you know, pointed back at you so you can hear your vocals or whatever else you want to hear. His voice is so damn loud,
like powerful.
It's so powerful.
He doesn't even
use monitors, dude. I didn't even want,
and he's still
monitor.
He's singing. I was sitting microphone's way back here. He's still like blowing your hair back.
12 feet back from. I didn't even want to monitor because I could hear him so well. And mind you, I mean, we're playing, you know, like we're loud. I'm the drummer. I got cymbals and shit going on. Yeah. Dude, T. Graham, like, I don't know. I can kind of, on this hand, I can.
I've heard him a few times try to do it, and then I hear it like ding, ding, drop on the ground. Yeah, like,
fuck you, Dale.
Touch my drum set. Yeah, but yeah, man, T. Graham's voice though, at like what 74 or some shit, it's powerful, but to be like more powerful than like contemporary artists, you know, you probably use that. Like, holy crap, because he wasn't using ears or nothing. Like they have in-ear monitors, you know. None of that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck the monitors. He was just like, he just, you know.
You've seen the thing on the TikTok where the drummer can just listen to the first, like, I don't know if it's a bass or what, but he can add.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've seen a few like
the Kill is one.
Yeah, I've seen a few people do that.
We got to get you on this guitar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you ready to? You ready?
Of course, yeah.
Get it on.
I figure out what I'm gonna do.
Jan said he tuned it, but
yeah,
you may double check. I'm just kidding, Jan.
Well, I don't play in tune anyway, so it's okay.
Double.
Oh, goddamn, it is in tune.
Is it? I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Well, since we're on a podcast called The Booze Brothers, I figure we got to do a song about drinking.
Oh
Yeah.
absolutely.
Here's a song. It's off of our latest album. It's called "I Just Want to Drink." Here I am sitting with a beer in my hand, thinking about all the things to do I had planned. The yard needs mowing and the trash needs taking out. Well, the rent is 2 weeks overdue, but there's only one thing I want to do. I just want to drink and get loud, get a little tore up in this town. I know I should probably rethink. Oh, I just want to drink. I gotta take a loan out just to fill up my tank. Boss is breathing down my neck so hard I can't think. Another bill needs paying and my truck just started making a noise. Oh boy. Well, I got so much to worry about, but I don't give a damn about it now. I just want to drink and get loud, get a little tore up in this town. I know I should probably rethink. I got responsibilities, got a life that's been put on my plate, and I'll have it figured out someday. For right now, we'll have to wait. You supposed to play drums or something? I just want to drink and get loud, get a little tore up in this town. I know I should probably rethink. I just want to drink and get loud and get a little tore up in this one-horse town. I know I should probably rethink. I just want to drink. Lordy, I just want to drink. Oh, somebody give me a drink.
Dude, question. How much would you sue us for if we use that for an intro song?
Oh, hell no. Yeah, you definitely, man.
Give us some credit for it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
Yeah, man, that's a badass song, dude.
You got one? Do you have anything in you?
Me, no, not good.
No.
You don't want to hear him say.
You don't want to hear him sing.
I'll play some really good jazz,
Yeah.
like avant-garde, like experimental shit, you know. Like shit, I don't even know the fuck I'm playing.
You got one more in you?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do another drinking song. Might as well.
We're drinking.
We are drinking. That is true.
Mama, this is apple juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is apple juice.
Blues Brothers Podcast, Amarillo, Texas.
We're just past noon.
Yeah. That's gonna be a long day.
Yeah.
We're
I don't
gonna
know how we're
show.
gonna do this.
We're gonna show up to Logan. Reeves gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
I have to walk.
What are you doing? Not our fault. Here's a song called "If You Have a Beer, I'll Need a Minute." This is a new
not even
song.
released.
Yeah, not even
Oh,
released
wow.
yet. Sneak preview. In a smoke-filled bar room, I'm picking at the label at the bottle that sits in front of me. I'm thinking of the reasons why she would think leaving was the best decision she could come to see. Hey, bartender, I know that there's other drunks that need you, and I don't want to use too much of your time. If you give me one more beer, I think the answer will be clear, so you can just help me prepare my mind. If you have a beer, oh, I'll need a minute. I just need some time. Get her off of my mind. If you see a cheer, don't ask me who did it. Oh, if you have a beer, I'll need a minute. Well, I tried to call and text her, but she doesn't want to answer, so I guess this time she's really gone for good. Nothing I could do or say to change her mind anyway, and would it make a difference if I could? So I'll keep sitting in this bar, trying to mend a broken heart, looking for the answers I can't find. And I'll leave you alone now and try to figure out how to solve my problems one beer at a time. If you have a beer, oh, I'll need a minute. Oh, I just need some time. Get her off of my mind. If you see a cheer, don't ask me who did it. Well, if you have a beer, I'll need a minute. If you have a beer, oh, well, I'll need a minute. Oh, I just need some time. Get her off of my mind. If you see a cheer, don't ask me who did it. If you have a beer, I'll need a minute. Yes, if you have a beer, I'll need a minute.
Damn, dude. When does that song release?
Soon, hopefully.
Man.
We haven't been in the studio to record that one yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've been.
That was.
Well, we just recorded it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We'll release it later.
Yeah, man.
Blues
That
Brothers
song-
Records exclusive.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Uh,
Hey, that was awesome, dude.
Hey, thanks,
Yeah.
man. Thank you
I
very
actually had a request because
Oh,
We got a
boy.
request?
much. A request.
Yeah, because I fucking love this song. It's the name of the album.
Oh, High and Lonesome? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the biggest one right now.
Yeah.
That one's up to almost 400,000 views on YouTube.
on-
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's cool, yeah.
Sorry, yeah, #1 song on Spotify and all that other stuff. But yeah, I think I know this one. I think I remember it. She left me here on a cold, cold ground. No one left to help me now. She tried to say that she wouldn't leave me cold, but I never thought she would sink that low. Well, I'm here with my friend Misery, trying to drown my sorrows with pills and weed. Got a jukebox full of sad, sad songs, just to help me move my blues along. 'Cause I'm high and lonesome. I've been kicked around and then some. My life's sad 'cause I'm high and lonesome. I hear the train rolling down the track, and it'll never bring my baby back. That old whippoorwill singing sad and true won't be enough to get over you, 'cause I'm high and lonesome. I've been kicked around in some. My life sounds like an old Hank song, 'cause I'm high and lonesome. 'Cause I'm high and lonesome. I've been kicked around and then some. My life sounds like an old Hank song, 'cause I'm high and lonesome. Yes, I'm high and lonesome.
That poor old thing.
Dude.
And he did great.
Dude.
Thank you.
That's
man.
great.
He does okay.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah, he does all
Yeah, good.
He's halfway decent.
You're like, I can play the drums pretty good.
Yeah.
There's some girls in here.
So what are your drums at?
Jesus is just all right with him.
Yeah.
I said that like 3 times this weekend. So.
And every single time people have looked at you like, what the hell is he talking
Oh,
about?
dude, there's this gal, and she's like, "How?" We went to this place, the local in Abilene. Is that what it's
Oh,
called?
yes.
Yeah. And this waitress,
to eat.
Mike's
Yeah.
very familiar with Abilene.
I sure am.
so
Very
this
familiar.
lady came over. So we played at
Ice House.
yeah, the
At
Ice House at
LSTG.
LSTG, Lone Star Drive.
Okay. Yeah.
Did like an acoustic, the first ever acoustic set there. Like where they played acoustics. I played like a snare drum,
Mm-hmm.
so anyway, we were hungry, so we went to this place called the Local, which is like a Mexican eatery, I think. And
Is it a buffet?
no,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like
There's a pretty
it's
big
like
one. It's a buffet that everybody loves there. But yeah.
But
Anyway.
she went around like, "How y'all doing?" And I looked at her. I'm like, "Jesus is just all right with me."
She did not.
Yeah.
She
And
looked
she
at
me. And she was like,
him
"What the
hell?
fuck?"
Yeah.
Like, what did you
God.
just say?
Jesse, you're gonna get us kicked out of this place before we even started eating.
I don't even know what spurred me, man. I guess I wouldn't even listen
Where'd
to
you
the
get
Doobie
that from?
Brothers. It's the Doobie Brothers song.
Oh, okay.
Jesus is just all right with me.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
It's better when he doesn't sing it though.
Yeah. No, we were gonna play that, dude. We were at the Sedalia State Fair every
Missouri
Thursday
State
night.
Fair.
The Missouri. Sorry,
In Sedalia.
Yeah, the Missouri State Fair in Sedalia. It's the Sedalia
Sedalia
State
State
Fair. Yeah. Every Thursday night they had like a big Christian concert, like kind of thing. Like they
Yeah.
had like some like
To get Christian, like big touring
big-
Christian acts
yeah,
come and play in
uh-huh.
the grandstands.
so we were slated like the first time I think we played at the state fair, or one of the first times. I think it was
Yeah,
the first time.
it was the first
well,
time.
first time for our band anyway. They asked us to play that Thursday night at like a club, like there's like it's called the Strip. They have a bunch of like little bars on the Strip, and they'll have bands in there. So they hired us to play in there, and it was Thursday night. And we rode together, and we were like, bro, like we should do Jesus is just all right with me. Like it's Thursday night, like these people are gonna come out like on the Strip, like right when the concert right when the concert breaks, like we're like, yeah, we gotta do this fucking song.
and we got rained out.
we got
So,
rained
like,
the fuck
God
out.
did not want us to
Yeah,
do this
yeah.
song.
It was a song from
Jesus
above.
was not all right with us.
Yeah.
I
No, he
guess
was
that
not.
night.
We got fugged on the rain out.
Oh yeah, Randy Rogers.
Randy
What?
Rogers.
Yeah,
But they played their
dude, he came out and he goes, "We know the weather's about to get shitty. We're just gonna play." And he
so
got like
everybody
5 or
up.
6
Yeah,
songs deep.
No, he got like 2, brother.
Was it 2?
Yeah,
I
he
was a
started
little-
off with
I was a
think
little
Love It
intoxicated.
Rain.
Oh, yeah?
We were,
Well,
yeah.
you should be. Is it Randy
You are
Rogers?
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
be, man.
yeah.
I fucking love Randy Rogers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Randy
he got his
Rogers,
first 2 out, so that's why no one got the
Oh man.
Yeah.
Starlight. And then remember we started the
Donald Trump chant.
What?
Yeah, the whole
Oh my
fucking
God.
place.
Donald.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Anyway,
It was good.
yeah, good times. Good times.
But yeah, he well at first because it was a thunderstorm,
Yeah,
so he was like, "We're gonna play through the rain." So everyone's like,
yeah. But
Yeah.
once it
Yeah.
started lightning and shit,
Yeah.
yeah,
"All
that
right,
was
we
it.
got."
That was
they
it.
ran off the stage.
Yeah, they ran off stage.
Donald Trump. And I was like, "This ain't gonna clear up, brother.
No,
I'm
yeah.
from here.
Yeah,
This
it's gonna
ain't-
rain all
yeah,
night.
It's gonna rain all night. We're gonna be."
I
here."
ruined my boots because remember we parked in the dirt.
Mhm.
Ruined my boots walking
was
back to
awful.
the. Oh, it was so bad, soaking wet by the time we got back to the car. Good times, man. Good times.
yeah.
Man,
Little two-song concert.
I almost went so Randy Rogers was just in Kansas City probably about a month ago,
Yeah, it's last
if not a little less. Yeah. Actually, okay. So short story time. So my girlfriend at the time, we went and saw. She likes Ian Munsick. You guys know who Ian Munsick is at all?
I've heard of that last.
He's like a Texas guy, but he does like a little
kind of big on TikTok.
big on TikTok.
Okay.
like big kind
Maybe
of
that's where I-
pop
Yeah,
country
Don
guy.
Lewis on.
Yeah, Don
Oh,
Lewis.
okay.
Y'all know Don Lewis?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I think so.
But so
A lot of people
so
hate him, I don't know why.
Yeah.
We've had 2 country singers.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
We'll
later.
talk about,
Talk about that later.
well, after the ball.
so Ian Munsick was in Kansas City at the Uptown Theater, and then he had like Jake Worthington.
Yeah.
And it was a good show. You know, I was I was actually like I like the whole show altogether. I was like, cool. Like I didn't like Ian Munsick's like radio stuff really, but like I saw him live. I'm like, okay, like he's pretty good. And but so the next day was Randy Rogers, and like
Mhm.
I was like, oh, okay, like she dragged me out to see Ian Munsick. I'll drag her out to see Randy Rogers to the same venue.
Yeah.
Well, we were down in Westport, and in Westport they had a Taco Bell
Cantina that
Cantina.
serves alcohol.
So
Oh
serves
yeah,
alcohol, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they got
They
like
had one in
Modelo
Vegas.
on tap and shit like that. I was like, hell yes. And so we,
For sure.
yeah, fuck yes, and which is unheard of in Missouri. Like Taco Bell with alcohol, like
Yeah.
fuck yeah. So
Actually, the one in Vegas, I think they have like an auction thing.
oh no shit.
Yes, I'm not 100% on that.
I know there's one in
Little,
Nashville. too.
Vegas.
Taco Bell Cantina.
Go ahead, sorry, just
Oh, you're fine. So anyway, so like we were down there, like kind of we walked from the theater down to there to get something to eat, and some lady pulled up. But it's at like an intersection, and some lady pulled up to the stop sign, and she was waving this fucking gun around, right? And then she ended
Wait,
up,
what?
yeah, no, she was waving this fucking gun around. And then
her
she,
baby. They took her.
Yeah.
like this fucking,
He knows.
This fucking
He
lady
knows.
was in this fucking.
CPS.
This
She
lady-
had a baby. They took her. All right,
This
go ahead.
lady was in like this white Jeep, and she was waving this gun around. Then she started pointing it at motherfuckers in the canteen.
Oh,
She
hell
pointed it like
no.
all of us. And
If I
like,
was there, like,
and-
I'm finishing my fucking taco.
Yeah.
Shoot me,
No,
goddamn.
like no
My
shit.
Mexican pizza, motherfucker.
Yeah, I paid good money for
I'm
this.
not on this shit.
No.
I paid $7 for this fucking Mexican pizza in small blast. I will die on this.
You're gonna shoot me.
But fucking it was like but she like yeah, so this lady pointed at me, she pointed at me apparently, and one of our friends was eating, he saw her, and so then he's like, hey, get down, and like I looked over, I'm like, oh fuck, like she's
Yeah.
pointing this gun at us.
Yeah.
Like he's like, get down. And so dude, all the 100 people in this fucking Taco Bell cantina got the fuck down, and I'm like, and I told my girlfriend, like, hey, like, get the fuck behind that wall. So she's like, because we're sitting on the patio, And I'm like, she's like, hey, go.
I'd have been like, take the Mexican pizzas, take them and get behind the wall.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I ain't leaving my Baja Blast here. Like,
yeah.
but so yeah, no, it was just some crazy shit. And so then after that, she was like, yeah,
Come
but
on in.
yeah, but we weren't going to Randy Rogers after that.
Yeah, I
Come on in.
got a text the next day. It was like, yeah, I had a gun pointed
Okay,
at me.
yeah, I'll hit you up. Yeah, y'all come on in.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
David Dillingham.
That's brother Dave. Brother Dave.
Brother Dave.
Oh, we got 2 more.
That's Drew Whitman.
Yeah,
in the
that's
middle.
our yeah.
That's our
okay.
acoustic. I mean, not acoustic, but our rhythm player.
band dad.
Yeah.
That's our it's our bass player's dad.
It's a
Yeah.
bass player's dad.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
try to keep him out of trouble, you know.
You don't try that hard.
You don't try that hard.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
The battle axe and
Yeah.
boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
Hang
talking
out.
about. I feel like he gets in trouble too.
Y'all can come on in if you want to.
If you want to, if you don't.
Go to.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Leah.
my girl. That's my
That's
girlfriend.
Clay's girlfriend.
She's,
Okay.
yeah, she's running.
Yeah.
She's been running our merch too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So advertise the merch is for sale online.
Yeah, we can
get our merch.
absolutely do that.
You can
Yeah.
buy our merch at clayclearband.com.
Yeah, yeah.
Follow him on Facebook.
Follow me on
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram. Jesse's on Craigslist if you're really into that sort of stuff.
I need that link. Right now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man, where were we at? That was fun.
I know. but
We're pulling guns at Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
No.
we're on something.
So yeah,
That was-
nonetheless, like, yeah, she was like, "Yeah, we're not going to go see Randy Rogers." I'm like,
Yeah, I got a text the next day because I was gonna message him like, hey, like how'd the concert go? He's like, yeah, we had a gun pulled on us. I'm like, oh,
Wait, you let that stop you from seeing Randy Rogers?
yeah, that wouldn't stop me.
well, I mean, actually,
Good
yeah,
country
I was
show.
kinda
What do you
like, like she
we just won't go to the
Yeah,
Taco
it's shaping
Bell
up to be a
anymore.
bad night. Let's go ahead and go
she,
home.
she was pretty traumatized, and honestly, I was
Yeah.
like sitting there thinking, like, dude, I just got a random gun pulled on me in fucking Westport, like.
At a Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Pretty
Taco
bad
Bell.
luck.
Or a little Glock or
No, it was like it was like a Glock, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but still, I was like, man, like,
it's
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like, that's
you'd
some
have been
crazy
fine.
shit.
Yeah.
That's some
it'd
crazy
have
shit.
been a
It'd
flesh
been fine.
wound.
Dude, I
Flesh wound.
swear to God, dude, I fucking got down and like just for some reason though, I looked,
One of
there's
the comments said, "Get Baja blasted."
Baja
Yeah, Baja
Blast.
Blast.
Yes.
Do we have any comments on that?
Yeah, that's
Baja
funny.
Blast.
No, so I got down, you know, I was like down on the ground and I looked like between the railing, you know, and I was like, holy shit, like she has a gun and she's pointing it at us. Like, what the fuck?
At a Taco Bell,
At a
to get-
Taco Bell
you don't want to
cantina.
die at a Taco Bell.
No,
on the
no, it's one
corner
of the
of,
worst. places
McDonald's,
to die.
like I might consider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I plan on getting this plate.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can throw it
On
over.
the corner of fucking Broadway and I can't
I was
remember.
gonna say, hell,
The
give me
LMT
a
is
give me a koozie.
place. Just put that one over the LMT and then get that one. Oh, okay. But yeah, to get blasted at a fucking Taco Bell.
Yeah, that would
Get Baja Blasted.
Get Baja blasted.
Yeah.
Whoever said that is
Throw me a koozie. I'll throw one over
whoever
here.
said that needs to be on this podcast. They gotta, they're the funniest sons of bitches.
Hey, ask Drew. You want a drink or anything? Or you sure?
Drew,
Okay.
you gotta get on mic somewhere, man. We can squeeze you in.
Actually, come
Nah.
over here because I haven't eaten today, so this shit is running straight through me.
He's
I
not
gotta
he's not a
pee.
drinker. He's a holy roller, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come hop on. Come hop on. Yeah.
He's
I
the
love that.
he's the newest member of the Clay Clear band.
He is.
Yeah.
It's like Conor McGregor kind of.
Kinda, yeah,
If you
yeah.
tilt your head,
Dude, he gets a little feisty, man. I can see.
He's
that.
feisty.
he's a fighter.
We give him a
Sue,
microphone.
that's right.
Yeah.
Tiger's right there. Boy.
Oh, yeah.
You want a beer or
No, I'm good. I don't.
want a
drink.
Happy Dad?
What is that?
Yeah, it's
It's
a seltzer.
Oh no.
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 Yeah.
All right. We have Ballard. We have it all, brother.
I'm good. I don't drink.
So, can you please introduce yourself? We're about to push 2 hours. Bet we're doing
Oh
great.
shit. Oh
This
god.
we're about to break the record, brother.
Break
what's the record?
That's the record.
What is the record? 220, 214, I think.
Shit, yeah.
So,
What are we at now?
Oh.
no, don't do that.
206. We're
Yeah.
gonna keep going.
Shit, yeah, we gotta watch a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I'm Drew. I started. Well, just technically, I started the first. Of the
Yeah.
year, but I'm
Officially started in January.
filling in on some gigs before then, but yeah.
You have some cobwebs in your eye. Did you wake
Yeah.
up?
No, I didn't just wake up. I have been snoozing though,
I'm right there with you. but
watching the podcast on the bus.
Michael hounded me to make sure I wasn't going to sleep in. So here I am. So you're what do you say? You're acoustic? What else?
Yeah, well, I do rhythm guitar. I'm actually a drummer. That's the first instrument. I
Yeah,
played
yeah.
when I was a kid.
So
I'm
preface,
the third best drummer of the
yeah,
band.
our bass player Cole used to be he's on the bus
He is
sleeping.
sleeping.
Yeah, he is sleeping.
That's a sleeper.
Yes.
He's the
He
rock
used to
star.
be
He's
our
a rock star.
he used to be our rhythm guitar player, but when our old bass player had to leave, we switched him over to bass. He's an amazing bass player too,
Okay.
but he's also a drummer. So we've got a band just full of drummers besides me.
Yeah,
So if anybody calls out
Yeah.
sick,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I will just switch.
No, he
But
but he actually toured with a couple of blues artists out of Kansas City, going to like all over the country, or even to Canada too.
Okay.
Oh, I think he
Yeah.
went overseas too. I thought.
Did he? Oh,
I'm
but
pretty sure he went over like England or something like that. I want to
But
say.
he played with the Amanda Fish band. Who Amanda Fish is the sister of Samantha Fish. She's a really
Right.
big blues artist right now.
Not Fish though.
Was it?
Not Fish.
Not Fish the band. No.
Not
Not
Fish.
with a
No, not
PH,
Fish. Yeah, no,
though,
no,
yeah.
no, PH
Like,
Fish. Yeah, no,
Play
the
vacuum
Fish
cleaners and
sisters. Yeah,
shit.
no, the
You know what is
yeah.
that about? You know what I'm talking about? Fish. They play
Yeah.
like vacuum cleaners. and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
whole thing. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's weird. All right. You know, go ahead, Jesse.
but so yeah, no, he played with Amanda
We'll
Fish.
be right back. You know,
Yeah.
we'll keep it right here.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da. That was the Eric Andre show.
Yeah.
But yeah, he played with Amanda Fish and Heather Newman, were the two big blues acts that Kansas City played with, and they toured kind of all around the place. And then Drew, has been around the country on his own ride.
Yeah, sure.
Drew's been around.
Yeah. So
Drew, where you been around? Where you been around?
Oh, not too far.
Are you out of Missouri too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grew up in Sedalia area.
Samesies?
Mm-hmm.
Bet. Man, that's cool. Who else have you played with other than
The band I was in before I joined these guys was a local cover band called 100 Proof. I played drums for them. We opened, I think the biggest gig we opened for was Tyler Farr and Matt Stell.
Yeah.
But I've been playing drums for 30 years. I've been guitar and piano. I started about 13 or 14 playing those instruments, and Cole is definitely the most well-rounded
Yeah.
instrumentalist in our
the
band.
Star Child?
Yeah, he can do anything.
So if Cole, and this is not a joke, if you take that head off, does the hair? Yeah, boy, I knew it. I knew it was real.
The hair go with
You're not the first person that's ever asked that.
Oh, every fucking
Like,
show.
yeah, be
Dusty
like, hey,
Slade, I don't know if y'all
take your Dusty Slay. Hell yeah.
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 I need to get a Dusty Slay hat. That's why I'm Halloween. That's why I'm gonna go with Dusty Slay.
I think he just started his own hat.
No,
Yeah.
Dusty Slade. Such a sick name. First name Dusty?
That's my brother's first name. So
Really?
yeah.
yeah.
That is first name too. What's crazy is Mike's real name is Michael,
Yeah.
and I didn't learn that.
What? No way. What? I never would have guessed. Holy shit. Dude, my mind is
Wait,
blown right
hold
now.
Dude, my Tiffany's dad, God bless it, Danny, but his real name is Daniel. Blew my fucking mind.
What?
Like, what the fuck?
I haven't smoked enough pot to fucking reveal that kind of truth. Shit.
I know.
Well, I'm really gonna blow your mind
Oh, what?
because my name's Andrew.
What?
Not
Hold up.
Holy
I didn't
shit.
know
All
this.
right, now you're throwing.
Oh, God.
Now you're throwing
Hold
curveballs.
up.
Dude, Drew is the sexiest. You just turned 40.
I did just turn 40.
Drew
Wow.
just no, he
I'm a grandfather twice over.
He is.
What?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now I'm more attracted.
I was
Non-engaged,
I was
but-
married at 18.
He's a
had
dilf,
kids,
man.
Had 4 kids. Had 4 kids by the age of 22. Yeah. 2 grand.
They were cold winters, I think.
I got a 4-year-old and a.
You didn't have any cable. 4 kids at 18, brother.
Yeah, we were. This is the poor life for us. There's only a few things to do for us.
That bar y'all went to, did you ever go there, Drew?
Dickie D.
Dickie, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, he's been
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And you said that's no longer around, right?
No,
No,
it's
they
a-
took the
it's-
motherfucker down.
It's a
yeah.
concrete pad
It's
now.
a concrete pad. They're going to put storage units in there. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
like the motherfucker, like it should have burned down probably 20 years ago.
The owner used to always tell us because we'd stay there till like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
Like the bar would close at 1, and all the band members and the bar staff and everything, we'd stay till 5.
There's one time I opened up I stayed there so long. I stayed there for lunch the next morning.
Yeah, he slept in the
Yeah.
parking lot.
Yeah.
They serve food?
Yeah, they're good food. Yeah.
Really?
It's one of those
Yeah.
places you don't know which support beam is still holding.
The
Yeah.
the owner always used to
you kind
say
of walk in and everything just kind of goes.
Yeah.
the owner always told us that if it catches on fire, he said, get everybody out, lock the doors, and walk to the fire station. He said,
Yeah.
don't call 911. Just walk to the fire station. And the
Slowly-
fire station was like
slowly
3 or 4 miles away. Yeah. Just take a nice
leisure walk.
Yeah.
So how small is where y'all are from? Are we talking y'all have streetlights?
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. We got
there's a
Walmart.
Walmart
Yeah.
in town.
Sedalia's
20,000?
20,000.
20,
Oh, okay.
25,000.
So it's not one of those small spots where it's like just a Dollar General and Dollar Tree.
Well, I mean, that's where I'm from. Yeah.
And where
Yeah.
where I'm from, technically, I went to school in Warrensburg, Missouri, which is like 16,000 people.
Well, they have a
But,
college there too.
Yeah, there's a
University of
college
there.
Missouri, yeah.
but
A lot of hot bitches or
It's a dirty bird. It's
the Dirty Bird, they call it
Dirty
that. for a
bird.
reason.
Yeah,
Dirty
it's
bird.
got one of the highest STD rates.
yeah, that's what I'm talking
It's a
about.
dirty bird.
The closest town that I live, the closest town that I was to,
bird.
The dirty bird.
the closest town that I was to was Montserrat.
Monster.
And the only thing in that town, there's like 5 or 6 houses and 3 bars.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that was in that
Okay.
town. So that was
At least it wasn't dry.
no, it was definitely not dry.
Definitely not.
There's
You
no
get
such
to go
thing
to
as
the
a dry
rat
county in
hole, yeah.
Missouri.
The rat hole's still there. That's the only bar left in
Yeah, the
Montserrat.
rat
That
hole,
was a
yeah.
rat hole.
Well, did they have the winery still?
No,
Oh, is that gone now? Yeah.
I think so.
Y'all talked about jam nights. What do y'all
Jam
call it?
nights, yeah.
Jam
Okay.
nights, yeah.
Is that still a thing or no?
Not anymore. Not there. Yeah, there's nothing.
Is there
Sad.
anything near there?
Sadly, really, there's nothing really in Sedalia as far as music scene anymore. There's a few places that have like live music, but it's mainly like acoustic acts and stuff like
Or
that.
like the Moose Lodge will have some acoustic. I mean, not acoustic. Sorry, the Moose
have
Lodge will have
bands, yeah.
live bands in there.
And there's like an
But
event.
they want like country music, like traditional country music, which is fine.
like
Their demographic
country
wants to
music.
dance, to that kind of stuff. But other than that,
Yeah, there's not anymore. Like when we first started, there was like 5 or 6 bars, but like COVID really shut everything down
Yeah.
in Sedalia.
Pandemic.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Biden.
People,
Anyway,
people
before we
found
let-
out that
before
people
we
found
let-
out that DJs were cheaper than bands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too, yeah.
Before we let you guys go, I know it's you guys got to get on the road.
Yeah.
Who are your eyes on? We'll start with you,
Drew.
Eyes on for
for country music. Who are your eyes
Like-
on? You're more of like a Cole Wetzel or you Zach
He's
Bryan?
I'm really not a country music fan,
I
Yeah.
kind of love that more.
Spicy.
if I'm
He's
being honest.
You're
I mean,
Cajun. He's got a little
I
Cajun
grew up
to it.
I grew up on 80s and 90s country, so like the Garth Brooks, Clint Black,
Who's the king of country?
King of Country.
It's debatable.
He's-
You're starting to
King
bust
country,
argument
what,
now.
George Jones, I would say.
George Jones. Okay.
king.
All right. That's
Come on.
George
now.
Jones.
He's a
Man.
god. He's a god.
Or
Yeah.
The
who's
king is
I vote Keith
George
Whitley.
Strait.
Man.
straight.
Woo!
King George is pretty good.
King George is
George's.
If Keith Whitley would have lived, man, Keith Whitley would have been
Drink
king
some
country
of this.
music. I'm just telling you, man.
His son was very well.
Oh yeah,
I
Jesse
think-
Keith Whitley.
Jesse
yeah.
Keith
Yeah.
Whitley,
I
yeah.
think he drank himself to too.
No, he's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah.
Brothers.
His no, his yeah.
I
his,
fell for it too. I was like,
Lori,
really?
Lori Morgan just played at a place that's called the Branded Steakhouse in Richmond.
Yeah.
But Lori Morgan was
Keith
married
Whitley's
to-
wife, yeah.
Keith Whitley's
Okay.
wife. A country artist in of her own. Yeah, and she just played there, and Keith Whitley or Jesse Keith Whitley's.
If we're talking country music, though, I would say like the Steelwoods, bands like that. I really dig those guys.
Old school.
Yeah.
Well, Steelwoods are like newer. They're newer.
Yeah.
too, yeah.
You're 40, but you do not look 40, brother. You're 40?
I've heard
He's
that
40,
a lot.
yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be having black.
84.
Black don't crack. Hashtag not racist. Black don't crack. Everyone knows that.
No.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Oh, it is. No,
I'm
you're not
joking.
wrong.
I'm joking.
Well, you go next. I'll go last.
Okay.
Oh, what's
Come on,
my
Jesse.
question? What?
Who are you?
What are we talking about?
What are you talking
I'm a
about?
stoner.
Well, who are you following? And he said,
Yeah, who's
Who
your,
am I
your-
following?
Your favorite
Oh,
country
yeah,
artist?
who are
now,
you
yeah.
fucking with right now?
My favorite. Who am I fucking with right now?
Yeah, as far as country.
What's their
as
name?
far as
Jesse?
country,
Say
what's
it.
their name?
Say it out loud.
Say the name. Say my name.
Yeah, better be Clay.
Country wise, I'd say I love like Gabe Lee out of Nashville right
He's
now.
like-
Oh yeah.
Gabe Lee's really good.
I love Lainey Wilson.
Laney,
Big
dude.
Lainey Wilson fan.
Laney, Watermelon Moonshine.
Yeah.
I'd play drums behind
And
her
I-
any
I-
day.
I-
of the
I
week.
would,
Roll.
yeah,
I'm a
Jelly-
big Jelly Roll.
Oh
fan.
man,
What the
dude.
fuck?
Actually, I got a beef with Jelly Roll
Good.
Oh really?
Okay, yeah, I do. because mind you, you probably have my look first.
We love you, Jelly Roll.
I
we-
love
everyone
We
else
ever
in the
have
band
to
loves
tour
you,
with
it's
you
just
one
Jesse
day.
that
We
doesn't
love
like
you.
No, it's like
Just Jesse.
every motherfucker I go.
There's 3 drummers in the band.
It used to be I would get like "Oh, you look like Luke Combs," and then like some other trasher people will be like, "Oh, you look like Action Bronson." And I was like, "Sons of bitches!" Like I would rather
fuck
Luke,
with Action.
dude. I
fuck
love
with that.
Action Bronson, but I would rather be compared to Luke Combs than Action Bronson. And but
You.
but now they're like, "Oh, you look like Jelly Roll." I'm like,
No, he doesn't.
"Motherfucker!"
He doesn't look anything like Jelly Roll.
I'll give you Luke. I'll give you
Thank
Action.
you.
I will not give you.
I'll take either two of those.
So it wasn't really.
Oh yeah,
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 literally.
pretty much, yeah.
Do you
yeah.
think he's sponsored? He
sure
has to
Oh, I'm
be.
sure he has to be.
Because
Yeah.
he always wears
Yeah.
the same rig. Always. Anyway, sorry.
Oh yeah. Oh, but yeah, no. Gabe Lee, or I love Keith Whitley, or dude, I don't even. I could go on a tangent about who I like.
I heard
So
you liked Willie's.
what's that?
I said I heard you liked Willie's.
I love Willie's. Okay. So not a country artist. I guess I think my favorite band right now would probably be Lucas Nelson. Promise of the Real.
Mhm.
You know who Lucas Nelson is?
Willie's son, yeah.
It's Willie Nelson's son. They were the backing band for Neil Young for a while, but they branched out to their own thing. Lucas Nelson and Promise of the Real.
Yeah.
Wheel. Yeah.
The
Real.
wheel.
How much
The
is the wheel?
The wheel.
Lucas
Yeah.
Nelson.
Lucas Nelson.
Lucas-
Promise of the
Lucas
Real.
Little Lucas
Nelson.
mock in there.
Yeah. So Lucas Nelson and Promise of the Real are a great goddamn rock and roll band.
Yeah,
They're
they're a great band in general.
I see them. Them or Blackberry Smoke, man. Anytime they're coming through town, like I will make it
Make it a
to go see
point.
them.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Britt Turner.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, we were.
my
He
drum
was
hero,
very
yeah.
devastated. He texted me when he found out that Blackberry Smoke's drummer Britt Turner died, and he's like, he texted me and it's like, "Fuck, man." He's like, he was one that I always wanted to meet. Too.
Yeah, it was like the one guy. Like I don't get starstruck. I mean, I've worked in politics. I've worked in the music industry. Like the one guy I've wanted to meet was Britt Turner, man.
Yeah.
Just to, like,
felt
talk
that
to
way
him.
around about Taylor Hawkins. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, Taylor. Yeah.
That
No,
was fucking
absolutely.
detrimental.
Yeah. It was pretty. Yeah. No, Taylor, yeah. No, I was pretty bent out of shape about that. Yeah.
But yeah, as far as me, I don't know. I like a lot of the old school stuff. I'm big like Waylon, Merle, Willie, stuff like that. George Jones is another one I always gonna love. As far as new artists, Zach Top. I've been really getting into Zach Top. Like I think he sounds just like Keith Whitley. Like he's got a hell of a voice.
Yeah, he's got that like slow pace.
Yeah.
Love it.
Flatland Cavalry's another one. They're really good. I mean, there's so many great artists nowadays.
Calvary, that's my
Yeah.
song to my chick. It's
Brent-
crazy.
Brent Cobb, he's another one I really love. Steelwoods, Blackberry Smoke's probably that's my number one band as far as I wouldn't consider them country per se, but like they're just
It kind of muddles.
yeah, they're just a great band,
Sure.
And that also like that's kind of the way we've kind of tried to market ourselves. Like we don't say like, oh, we're a country band, we're a rock band, we're a southern rock band. Like we're just a band and we're gonna do whatever we feel like doing at the time. Like if we're gonna play some country style stuff, then we'll do that.
For sure.
If we feel like
And
rocking
I
it
feel
up,
that too.
yeah.
Let's
If we do some
understand, I
rock
feel
stuff,
like
yeah.
it's in between.
And honestly, I think that's the way it should honestly be. Like I get genres and like having labels put on you and all that sort of other shit, but like just play music, man. Whatever you feel like playing, just fucking play it. It doesn't
you
really
don't wanna be
matter.
put in a corner.
Yeah.
Good
We have
news-
this country band coming.
I
we
love-
have this rock band coming.
I love all sorts of music, so why should I limit myself to just
Oh.
one type? Like if hell, last night we were playing like Merle Haggard, and then we go to mostly original songs, obviously, but we go from Merle Haggard and originals, and then we go some like Beatles and
Please tell me
Zeppelin and
you play some Keith Whitley.
We can. I
We
mean,
can,
got,
yeah.
Oh my God.
In the wise words, one of my favorite drummers of all time, a guy named Steve Jordan, he plays with the Rolling Stones right now.
Okay.
He said there's two types of music in this world. There's music you like and music you don't, or good music and bad music.
Okay.
So yeah, like there's good music and bad music. Like
It's all
genres
creative.
can be Yeah,
yeah.
You listen to what you like. You listen to what you want. You don't be a slave to like a scene or something like that.
sure.
Yeah.
Like I'm country, so I only have to listen to country. Like no, man, listen like if you
listen
like
to anything, whatever you like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love like Ray Charles. Ray Charles is
Oh, fuck yeah.
probably my number one like singer of all time. Like I love Ray Charles, but again, I love George Jones and Keith Whitley, but on the other side of that, I love Iron Maiden and Metallica. And I like it's just anything. Whatever we feel like is what we play. So, you know.
For sure. Well, on our last note, who's the king of country?
Who's the king of country?
Like right now, like
Right now, or just of all time?
All time.
Well, like you said, George Jones is a George, Willie, and Merle are gods.
Yeah.
So
The king is
King
George Strait.
George Strait. I'll give you that. George
For sure,
Strait.
George Strait over Garth Brooks. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
definitely,
Yeah,
most
Garth
definitely.
Garth Brooks is like
Well, he's
like
Chris,
he's like commercial country.
Yeah.
I would
He was
say
the start of commercial country to me.
Chris Stapleton might he's getting up there. He might be getting
Yeah.
ready to dethrone the king, but he's up there. He's up there.
Stapleton's a good crossover.
Controversial statement.
Controversial statement. Yeah.
all right, one more.
One more.
One more, yeah.
Aldine, and then
What about LD?
End it with a song.
Aldine, thoughts.
He's all right.
Dude, we were raised by motherfuckers who like the outlaw shit. Aldine's good for what he does, but like I mean, I
You
don't.
can't do Heard It on the Radio, can you?
In my personal opinion, as a musician, I don't think it gets more corporate music than Try That in a Small Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think that was
you know,
that was pandering at its best.
Well,
or
okay,
at
well,
its worst.
Think about it like this: like all those,
in a small town, brother.
Most
Like,
of-
oh my god.
most of the guys we consider like gods. You know, like those guys wrote their own music.
For sure.
They might have had some other people like help them out, but like for the most part, they wrote their own music. If you look at like most of Jason Aldean's like work, like there's a ton of writers on that.
For
They
sure.
were- like Jason Aldean, either it doesn't seem like he's written a lot of his own songs, and
More
if he has, he's had a
performer,
lot of help.
Well, and that brings up another good point. Like I know, like Luke Bryan writes like most of all of his songs.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
personally, I don't really care for Luke Bryan, but I can also have a respect.
Zach Bryan.
Yeah, like I have a
Zach Bryan
respect
does,
for
yeah.
Luke Bryan.
Very
Like
commercial.
you wrote your own songs. Like I might not like it, but like I can at least respect you for doing
Does
it.
that
Yeah.
Clay? Does that play into your band, or do you?
Like
Take
he writes
pride
all his
in-
own songs. Yeah.
Yeah. We like
You take pride in that.
Yeah. Like, we write, or
I think-
I write all the
for
own, all of our songs. I wrote. Not that we're excluding everyone else from the
No,
band from writing
sure,
too,
sure,
but you know,
sure.
like we write all our own stuff, and we take pride in it, and you know we're solely independent. You know, like we're doing it all on our own. We don't have labels. We don't have anything like that.
Right.
We're out here grinding away ourselves. So you know,
Are you against someone writing for you?
I don't know. I guess it just depends on the song. You know, like if someone wanted to write a song for me, I wouldn't tell them no. I guess if it was,
If it's a
if
good ass,
it's a good enough song, yeah.
If it's a good ass song, fuck it, yeah.
But you know, I kind of like, you know, I feel like the band, or anytime you sing, you should be telling a story or telling like a life story or something like that.
Sure.
And you know, the only
You
person,
can feel it more when you play it.
yeah,
Gotcha.
the only person that really knows about that is me. You
For
know,
sure.
so I prefer to write myself, but I'm not opposed to writing with other people. That's-
He writes a lot of songs from life experience. Like most of his songs. Or
Yeah.
something.
Every song we have, I've done it at some point in my
it's a lot-
life.
yeah, it's a song about clay.
Yeah.
Something I
Whether-
really respected with like Taylor Swift when she first
Yeah,
came out.
yeah,
was that
absolutely.
She wrote her own music.
Yeah.
She played an instrument. That's
Taylor
huge
Swift?
for me. Oh
Yeah,
Who?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Who?
he
I
knows.
don't know who that is.
Now
Oh,
she's
is
very,
that,
very.
That's a football player.
Yeah, the football
Yeah,
player's
football
girlfriend.
player's, girlfriend, right? Yeah.
Kels,
Kels, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
Travis Kelsey.
Trevi,
Damn,
Kels.
Damn Cowboys fans. We won the Super Bowl.
Taylor, yeah,
Who,
Oh, that
who-
one,
who won the
yeah.
Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Who didn't boys?
Most famous person in the world.
Three-peat,
Yeah, I know.
three-peat coming.
Repeat.
Now,
Cowboys
Travis,
fans
if you're
are-
watching.
who are you with? Tell me the team.
I'm a Panthers fan.
Okay, fair enough, dude.
Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, oh, yeah.
I respect it.
I respect.
We're
it.
right there with you.
I've been a Panthers fan since '93, since they
Yeah.
first became a franchise.
Solid colors.
They,
Black and big blue.
you know, at 9 years
I'm serious,
old,
dude.
at 9 years old, the colors were pretty popping.
No,
I had a cool
I'm
mascot.
deadass. My second favorite team.
It was them or the Jaguars, and I was like,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
Hashtag not getting my second favorite team is the Tennessee Titans.
That's
Because
cool.
baby
Yeah.
blue and black and white. And
Dude,
It used to be the Houston Oilers.
they got
Yeah.
rid of fucking Rabel, man.
what's that
Like,
about?
what the fuck?
and
Like,
Henry.
yeah. dude. I don't know
What
how
the
they
hell?
do Rabel, dude. Hey, if
That's
Andy
right.
Reid retires, man, we need to get Rabel coach for the
That's all right, my
Chiefs.
Y'all got enough, brother.
I
Aren't y'all? You're full. Your table's full of food. Y'all have enough.
There's never enough, man. We're going. You ever heard of Kansas City barbecue, man?
Yeah, there's never enough.
All right. My Panthers traded away McCaffrey for
Oh yeah,
for a second round draft pick.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This is a good move.
All right, end the song.
End it with a song. All right. Here's the name of the song. It's written on the back of our bus right now. Little Rambling Bone. I stepped down off a blacktop just to find she changed the locks to my door. Well, I guess this time she meant it when she told me not to come home anymore. So I gathered a few things of mine she threw out the door and scattered in the yard. I didn't know where I was headed, but I knew that it was gonna be far. With a guitar case full of dreams and a bag full of pills and dirty clothes. I finished my last bottle, then I thumbed my way further down the road. I crossed 5 states in 2 days, and I swore that I was never slowing down. All left behind were boot prints on the way to the next town. Them old white lines keep calling to me. Few more miles and I'll be where I'm meant to be. Don't cry for me, Lord knows I can't stay long. Lord made me with a rambling bone. At a truck stop in Tulsa, met a girl who said she'd like to take me home. But a drunken night in Austin, she left me standing in the rain alone. So I crawled upon the jukebox with a cigarette and a half a glass of wine. I sang 'em every wailing song I knew, and I moved on down the line. Them old white lines keep calling to me. Few more miles and I'll be where I'm meant to be. I don't cry for me, Lord knows I can't stay long. Lord made me with a rambling bone.
All that thing. All that thing.
Them old white lines keep calling to me. Few more miles and I'll be where I'm meant to be. I don't cry for me, Lord knows I can't stay long. Lord made me with a rambling bone. Lord made me with a rambling bone.
Play clear, man. And I don't think we need to say anything else. I honestly think you close the show. As you will tonight, too. And
Yeah. Logan, New Mexico.
Logan, New Mexico.
Logan.
The Annex Bar and Grill, I think. Yeah.
Annex,
At
yeah.
the Annex in Logan.
The Annex and Logan.
At the annex.
Well,
Well,
like an hour and a half away.
Something.
Hour and a half, yeah.
We're
Our
riding
bus-
y'all too.
Yeah.
Tips coming through.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
You can do some plugins.
Y'all coming back to Amarillo, right?
Y'all gonna drop us off, right?
Yeah.
We need to ride back. Yeah.
Our bus driver's like, God damn it, we need to be gone fucking an hour.
That's what the phone's blowing up.
Yeah.
We need to get going, guys.
Yeah, hey, thanks so much
Yeah,
for having us.
absolutely, thank
man.
you.
It's been a blast. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
it was great, man.
Awesome.
Well, as always, I'm Paul Grizzly.
Let them know I'm back here.
Mike Diesel somewhere in here.
Yeah.
We're back
We have
on yonder.
Clay, Jesse,